Dinkum has become one of my favorite games of all time, but 100 days wasn't enough for me. I needed more. So the proposition was made and I heard you loud and clear. You also wanted more. What was proposed? Relocating and rebuilding the entire town from scratch. But I'll also be trying out new things I never have and exploiting the many cool mechanics the game has to offer. I'll be exploring what Frankie Boy can still make me, especially the new Baconium equipment, and I discovered a whole new level to the mines where things can get pretty hot. But I'll also be taking it easy by going to the island reef, which is an experience I will also share with a special guest. Welcome to 200 days of Dinkum. Day 101 started with Dinkum deciding to Dinkum itself. Where the hell am I now? Hey Franklin. Buddy, how are ya? Roar! Oh, there goes Fletch and there's Melvin. I hope this is not gonna destroy my game. Ooh, God. I may have to reload my game, I think. Actually, I've got a hang glider. There we go. Oh, this is gorgeous. Well, I can see the fish just casually waves to me as we're falling to our deaths, I think. Quit the main menu. Goodness me, let's try that again. Now, after getting a proper start, I decided on some goals, the first of which was the slow expansion of my animal area and the numbers of them. If I'm going to be strumming my guitar to make them happy every day, then I want a larger audience. I milk my wombats, I snip some wool from my plebes, I pet my digger who is such a good boy, and afterwards I throw those raw animal products into the desired crafting machines to get the finalized product. How many animals do I want? I reckon 12 animals of each kind would be quite nice. I want 12 animals of each kind. Some silly human has thrown out their pirate hat, so I help myself to it. Feeling very free, I must say. Free to check the notice board and choose which tasks I want to do for those aforementioned silly humans. I gather up some building materials, which I'll use shortly, and I round up all these treasure hunting things, which for some reason I always kept in these travel bags. No longer. A lot of these are used for Frankie Boy's inventions, so the chest outside his house is the new destination for my future convenience. I recharged some of my equipment, specifically a miner's hat with my battery charger. I love this thing. Afterwards, I make my way to the corner of the town with those aforementioned building materials. First thing I need to do is I need to make a 12 by 12. I discovered that I was able to use the tape measure to do that measurement perfectly. And once I'm done, I make sure to put a cement fence all around it. I place down cement foundations in a pattern so that there is free space at each compass point. This is what it looks like after I switch the tape measurement diagram off. But what's this for, you wonder? Speculate a little longer because I deposit some dinks into the bank. Almost 3 million because I want some interest on these savings I've been hoarding. I have a total of 8.3 million dinks to my name at this point. Now, because I deposited that much, I get an extra 2,000 permit points for my dedication. I have over 6,000 permit points at this current time. I go say hello to some villagers and see if they have any tasks for me. In this case, Fletch wants an apple. Before I sate her hunger, I peruse the licenses I'm yet to procure. Still a couple, and that's many more permit points that I have total. I looked at some guide videos on YouTube. Yes, I'm still an audience human as well as a creator. I checked some videos, specifically from the KD gentleman, and I learned a few things. I will apply something that I saw, which is setting up a cement foundation over here. But then I quickly went and gave Fletch that apple that she was larping for. In return, she gave me 50 permit points, which is one of the reasons I do these, and she also taught me the vine fence blueprint recipe, which is also a method on how you learn new blueprints in this game, so I'll be doing tasks for people often. I speak to Frankie Boy next and I ask him about the quarry that he can make me. This is for that 12 by 12 area before. I want to make my own quarry. As per normal, it'll take him a single day to make it. While he's at work, he asked me to bring him a fish. Whilst looking for that specific vertebrae, I come across another fish I've never seen before, as indicated by the question marks when I flip open my fish book. Once I catch it, that's another one for my pedia of fish. Also bugs and critters. I have a goal of finding every single thing for my pedia in the next 100 days, and I want to donate all of them to Theodore's museum. I can't donate alpha creatures, but unlike last time when I had the high ground, I let this fella claim it. But I know he can't attack me, but I sure can with my jump and stab, a powerful combo, coupled with the fact that we swap places and I do eventually get the killing blow. To round out the night, I make myself a sprinkler, I slap it down here and I sow some fir grass seeds in this area that will get watered with that sprinkler. I like the color of the fir grass as it looked nice, and going back on those guide videos, if this gets watered it will continually sprout new grass seeds for me, effectively giving me a supply of grass to use in this much anticipated redesign of the entire town. Probably the reason a lot of you asked for this 200 days follow-up video. I will deliver what I promised. Speaking of towns, goddamn kangaroos, I don't know how they always get inside my house. Absolutely no idea. Well, I said house there, but yes, the wildlife always gets into the town despite the fact I set up a perimeter. I head outside the boundary of the current town this night, and with my trusty dirt printer, I start to elevate the terrain outside with a small idea on what I want for this relocated town. And I think I'm happy with this particular height as the basis for the whole town. I ended up making this the entrance as this will be stairs in due time. This is how much I get done on this night. I do need to be careful with my tools because they can break, so I don't want to accidentally do that. Anyways, I get the path down at least, and the outer wall is going to be made of cement, which looks very sturdy, very nice. The next morning, Frankie boy has sent me my first quarry. Yes, my first one. See all those cement foundations? I want a quarry on each of them, so 20 or so, and I'll explain them shortly. For now, I realize a mistake I made. Now actually, speaking of which, this didn't work, because this was not on water at all. Damn it. So I just wasted this grass. God damn it. Okay. I don't know why I sounded so irked by this. I can just make a water tank to reach all of these. Before that, I order another quarry from Frankie boy, but I do rely on my own skills to make myself another water tank. It only has to be within a 10 block radius of all the sprinklers, and unfortunately it had to be in the animal pen. Maybe that's why I sounded so irked before. I then made dozens of campfires, which I then used to make dozens of billy cans. Before placing those down, I tape measured the tuck shop because I wanted to have an idea on how big each building is for the relocation I want to make. I print dirt accordingly as the tuck shop is the first building I want to move. I guess this makes me jubilant because listen to this. Oh, this thing is going to look amazing. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Future me right now can say yes, he's quite proud of the project at the end. So morning of day 103 and I'm throwing down another quarry. You'll notice that the previous one has brought up a note of quartz for me. So these things in time bring up 4 notes each, 1 each day. And the way I spaced them, it should make this place completely full every 4 days. I am looking forward to future above ground mining trips. You know what else I'm looking forward to? Something new from another guide I looked up. I placed down an animal collection point here, and I make a bunch of animal traps with the abundance of resources I already have after my 100-ish days of playtime. I place down these traps around the aforementioned collection point, and then I go taunt the wildlife. Hey buddy, how are we? Come on buddy, you're gonna catch me. You're gonna catch me, mate. Come on, you almost got me. Come on now, you almost got me. You almost got me, mate. Goodbye. Okay, that works perfectly fine. Wonderful. To celebrate this development, I go buy a lot of sugarcane. I'm still planning on making fairy bread with fields of this and wheat. Afterwards, I'm carefully placing down another trap with more cages. I lost one cage because of reasons. Oh, don't catch that one! Oh, that is too funny. Oh my goodness gracious me. Alright, let's see how this works. Hey guys, how are we? Yeah, come on, all of you. All of you. I want all of you. Come on. Did you just destroy your own egg? You idiot. Now by tomorrow morning, all these cages will be sent back to me, and I should also receive a paycheck for each one. Come on, jump in. Jump in. Oh, that's the funniest thing. Oh, I'm enjoying that much more than I should. To celebrate the efficiency of this strategy, I have a quick deforestation session to stock up on some palm tree logs. So, has that grass worked now? Hey, look at that. Nice. Look at that. Alright, so, nice, 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 nice. Beautiful. Okay, that is good news. That is amazing news. Which means we have to make ourselves another thingy quickly. I'm referring to the sprinklers. I need to make more of these because I need a bigger field of grass for more seeds. It will take a few days to cover this area, but it'll be worth it because the slow process of chipping away every night at this building project will also be worth it. I have a quick self-assessment on my skill levels. How is my bug catching only 18 and the fishing is 21? My fishing and bug catching game is very poor. Yeah, those levels will never be high. I checked my mailbox the next day, and yes, the animal research people have sent me lots of letters. In half of them are the paychecks, and in the other half they have sent me back all of those cages I used to send those animals. So I'm going to wait a few days for the animals to respawn, and I'll do the same thing again for some extra dinks. I have a location for crocs, those big moo birds, so what about these bush devils? This makes 3 collection points, and eventually these fellas sell for the most, a tidy 12,000 per bush devil. You know what else is going to save me money? Animal. Oh, thank you very much, mate. That's actually hugely appreciated. Yep, the animal feeder all mate sells for about 1,500. So now I can make them, which saves me some dinks, which is a win. Although not making me dinks, this is a project of passion, which will take a long time. I throw down these lanterns I found in the mines. I like the warm glow they give. Now I purposely elevated this town to keep animals out. This doesn't bode well. Oh, don't you start. You go back down there, mate. I quickly decide I need to make a fence to help with this unwanted visitor. No, what do you think you're doing? You don't belong up here. Get out of here. That is not where you go. Have I made myself clear? Yeah, watch him. He's just begging to come upstairs. Yeah, you stay down there, little cretin. Although I like getting money from the animal research people like this, I eventually found it a bit tedious to open up every single letter from them. Speaking of making money, I see Sheila is having a special today. She's buying banana jams for top dink, which sounds good to me. What else is good is I finally got a blueprint I really wanted. Hey, yes, I finally found the hedge recipe. Oh, that is wonderful. I wanted to test something, so I grab a few bananas and I throw them into these billy cans to make those jams. While I wait for them to brew, I donate a giant dragonfly to the museum. I check this hedge recipe. It's a little bit expensive, but you do get stacks of 8, and I will use this for making the future town look very pretty. I upgrade my crafting section a bit with all those billy cans I made a short while ago. I have about 48 billies now, which I will use to make a lot of fruit jams. Speaking of which, those banana jams are ready to go. For a single one, Johnny Boy offers me 3,400, but Sheila is offering top dink. Too bad she's not there. What the hell is her opening hours? It's 4 PM right now, so while I wait for her, I place down all my kegs again. I harvest some grass seeds and I increase the field size. The size of this orchard is quite respectable, and I start collecting all the goods while I'm still waiting for Sheila. This particular harvest takes me quite a while to do, and my fingers ache towards the end. You know what else is painful? A tuck shop full of patrons, but no Sheila. It's 7 PM at this point. So I start to harvest all of my fruit trees while I wait. A couple hundred of each, and I'll make them all into jams. So now it's 10:30 PM. I swear to God, if you're not here right now, I'll be very disappointed. Where is she? Yeah, I checked her opening hours, and for some reason she just wasn't there. So I went and looked for her. Sheila, excuse me, but you need to get to your shop. What the hell are you doing? Get to your shop. Come on, yes, off you go. Run along. You know, everyone's been, in there for like the past 6 hours without any service. Why did I bring you into my town if you're gonna be like this? Goodness gracious me, can't rely on you at all. Fucking Sheila. Yeah, after this debacle and what I consider horrible service, I see that when she pays top dink for something, it's obviously much higher, which is a given, but I wanted to see it. 8,500 instead of 3,400. So I'm going to keep making jams and hoarding onto them and other food type stuff and sell them for top dink at Sheila's, when she's bloody there. I direct my attention elsewhere the next morning. I look at milestones and my daily milestones, which I've been doing, and daily tasks for people as well. As you can see, I have over 9,000 permit points. I wanted to go see Melvin for something today in his shop. I see that he opens at 10 AM, but at 9:45 AM he's still gallivanting over there. So at 10 AM. I have to say, none of these people are punctual for their jobs. I mean, when they say they're open at 10 PM, you'd expect the person to be in the store ready to start serving you at 10 PM. This guy walks into his own store at 6 past, and now he's ready to serve me. Animal. Yeah, that's horrid. Also, I finally have some footage here, but this is my PDF for reference at this stage. I'm missing 10 fish, 11 bugs, and 12 critters, although these numbers will increase due to the updates in the game. I also need to make sure I donate all of these to the museum. I know I would have done this for each catch, indicated by the little building icon next to them. Using my fish and bug books will help me a lot in locating any missing ones from those lists. However, I will struggle with the critters as there's no critter book. Not dwelling on that, I get myself a commerce license so that I can sell stuff for even more profit, which sounds good to me. It cost me 9,000 permit points, but that is the most expensive license. I'm always opening my book, and I'll point out here that for Frankie Boy, I have a quest to bring him 10 Baconium ore, which I found in the undergrowth, which is under the mines. Something I only recently discovered, and I won't actively try to follow until later, because I'm too busy doing daily tasks for everyone, as I really want those permit points, blueprints, and to get all my licenses. I'm also running for my life. This time round, I decide to steal away with all these eggs as well. I don't know if this affects their respawn rates though. As I'm swimming here with only my legs, I decide I need to build a bridge in the near future. But for now, I place down a foundation for my first building, which is palm wood flooring, because I want to build everything around it before the building is moved. On this morning, day 107, I have a quick gander at what my house looks like. Pretty messy, right? Okay, I'll touch again on this later. It's Monday, so Frankie Boy is scheduled to be open today. Franklin, what's this? Don't you give me this shit, Franklin. Open your store immediately. I mean, that sounds harsh, but I've had days when NPCs would stand in their shops and just be closed, which is really frustrating, and I'm showcasing it now. Like this here, John is always open on Mondays. Look, he's just standing right there at his counter twiddling his useless thumbs. Can you not sell these? Are you closed, are you? I don't understand why all these people are closed. Yeah, for some reason everyone stayed closed for a while today. It's fine. I'll show you what the future tuck shop area is going to look like. I used some pergolas because I like the shade that they give. My only gripe is that you can't place anything under them. That is okay, I will place a bridge over this river so that I can avoid drowning while carrying eggs. Or for a little bridge fishing as well, which is exciting. I'm also excited because I finally remembered to buy some stuff from Rain, and I make sure to stock up on wheat, which is the other ingredient I needed for fairy bread production. Franklin has finally opened, so that's another quarry, and old mate Johnny offers me about 13,000 for this egg that no longer has its mother, which is also thanks to me. So all up, one bird and one egg nets me about 20,000, give or take. But then some of these eggs go for about 20,000 themselves, which is really quite decent. This is the winner here, not the bush devil. I also get myself into a really awkward camera angle which will ruin the screen for a moment. But do you know what I love doing? I love sailing through the sky like this, it's fantastic. Also, here's the footage of me realizing that pergolas don't allow anything underneath them. Back to my farm field, which I'm plowing now. I still have to plant by hand as I don't have the planting license just yet. What I do have is a growing quarry. It's been at least 4 days, so you can see some of these machines are at full capacity and I can mine them. Ores and barrels are brought up, which is good stuff. I better get more of them, and each of them sets me back about 70,000 by the way. I spot another question mark fish, which I quickly snatch up. It reveals itself to be a Murray cod, which I then pass on to the museum for a tidy 100 permit points. I gather hundreds of sugarcane this day, and I make sure to beat my tractor with a flaming bat, because that's how you put it into box form, which is damn logical to me. I grind some of that sugarcane into sugar. Because it's one at a time, it takes forever. So I replant the field while I do that simultaneously. I play around with additional lighting options this night for the town, and I added some flora to the front of this tuck shop area as well. I visit Franklin a lot, and every day he has a random blueprint I can learn from him, so that is also how I expand my knowledge. Because sadly, doing tasks for people have resulted in fewer blueprints these days, mostly money rewards, but I did just learn a market stall from Rain. I make a big sale to John, which results in almost 1 million dinks. Yes, I had some jams in there, but waiting for those offers from Sheila can take a while. Speaking of her, I think I'm almost done with her area. A garden hedge serves as a nice doorway into this location. What takes the longest is the dirt printing. I can print 100 times before having to charge the thing, so this is going to be time consuming. Maybe I need another printer, actually. Anyways, I deposit another million dinks the next day, and that looks like the final 1000 permit points I can receive this way. I make crab pots later, because I've never done this before. I place them down in the river, and I place some meat in them which acts as bait. I have to see what I get tomorrow. Before tonight, I decide my house should be next. A solid 5x5 building, but for my house I also wanted it on higher elevation. I wasn't paying attention because I had an accident. Oh no, I broke it! Damn it. That means tomorrow I have to get him to make... I can't make a new one. Oh no. Oh no, I can't make a new one. Damn. Yeah, the printers are quite expensive. I'll show you the recipe shortly, but right now, this project is effectively halted. Look, I was really considering restarting my day, but decided to take the loss as it was my own fault and move on. I moped my way into the next day, and I was still upset about it, but you can find happiness in the strangest of places. Goddamn, I'm very annoyed that I broke that thing. Very annoyed. Fruit salad. Beautiful. Someone just tosses a fruit salad into the recycling of all things. And I go ahead and grab it. Well, finders keepers. Now here's the footage about what a new printer will cost. Everything is fine except the opals. They are a problem. Opals are kind of rare. I currently have one, so I need to go mining for them again or hope I find them above ground by chance. So I gather what I need for a mining trip. My first one in a while actually. But I only have 11 keys and I believe these crab pots have a chance to get me some. In fact, I get 4 keys here, so this is actually a strategy for me to get my key supply up, which is appreciated. So I'm heading down. And I find a ruby fairly quickly, which is a good start. Now as you remember from the first 100 days, by this point I have good food for buffs. I have a bat zapper to deal with annoying bats. I have a handheld torch with a flash stun option to deal with enemies with my decent weapons. I have a light source on my head, freeing my hands to accomplish everything I need to in the mines, which is using my jackhammer to make quick work of any ores I find. I also find treasure rooms down here, and I use these aforementioned keys to get in here. I'm going to be honest, at this stage of the game, these rooms in the regular mines have become less exciting. In fact, not really worth 2 keys anymore. I'd rather keep them for the undergrowth, which I'll get to again shortly. But not before finding a fossil which sells for a pretty penny to old John mate. Here's another treasure room, and it kinda confirms to me that everything in here isn't exhilarating anymore. Except if it's a room that I find a ruby, then that's worth it. So 3 rubies today and a fossil, plus everything else you see here. Now that undergrowth I mentioned, that's the level below the normal mines, and to get there I need to pay 4 ruby shards. These ruby chunks I break open for 3 shards, so that plus the 1 spare I had is enough to go down deeper next time. But my mission today was opals. I throw shiny rocks into these grinders, and when I return I was jubilant to see I found 1, which is good news. 3 more to go for that printer now. Oh, I'm so peeved that I can't be upgrading this any further. I really want to be working on this. I really want to be working on this. So I had a plan today, but I have to add something else to the agenda. Hey, everyone please join us at the bandstand to celebrate. Okay, 112, I guess that makes sense. Stardew Valley is also 112 days. I guess it's the 1 year anniversary of Musketeerville. You look at that. Everyone's saying g'day to me. G'day everyone, how are we all going? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, it's nice to see you all. So for this special occasion, Fletch is making a snack for everybody. And yes, tomorrow will be the 1 year anniversary of the town. Now trust me, I am talking to Fletch behind this wooden pole. But she says to come back at noon for my snack. I just might do that. So I'll glide around for a bit searching. And I do find what I'm looking for. There we go. Nice. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay, that makes it 3 in a row. Okay, 2 in a row, sorry. Beautiful. I am very happy right now. Let's go get a snag. Right on the doorstep of the town. I'll please have a snag. To celebrate, I get my snag from Old Fletch Gal. 50 health and 50 energy. Quite nice. But for some reason, I don't eat it. No, I toss it into my food chest. I forget about this snag actually. What I remember is fighting in the mines looking for more opals. But no luck today. I will try again the following day by taking to the skies, flying over a shark swimming up a river. On the topic of taking to the skies, because the town is 1 year old, we are eligible now to build the airport here. It'll cost 2.5 million dings, as well as all these other resources. Alright then, maybe later. So I'm going to go trap some birds, you know, just minding my business. And I see something. Yes! Yes! Oh, that's amazing! Okay, we have one more. Okay, that is fantastic news. You're not joking me. Oh, yes. Yes. What makes me happier is I'm simply breaking up plain rocks for shiny rocks to break down to find opals. No need it seems. But lesson learned here. Don't break it again. I actually needed opals for a weapon I've been really wanting from Ted Sally for ages as well. It means I had to sacrifice this opportunity to replace a broken tool because of my own incompetence. The thing is it going to happen again? To be fair though, this piece of equipment is quite literally the most important thing I need for the relocation of the town. Absolutely crucial for my efforts. So it comes first. In the meantime, I'll head down to the Undergrove. I pay 4 ruby shards to this console at the back and off I go. To the Astute. You'll notice that the mines at this time only has 1 additional Undergrove level. The other level I'm hinting at will be there later. The Undergrove has more fauna stuff in it. Also man-eating plants, as you can see there. The treasure rooms down here have multiple rooms, and you need a lot of keys to access all the doors and get all the loot. In this first room, there is a glitched bug mound as they keep coming through the wall, and in the next room there is 2 more, so a lot of grubs that quickly overwhelm me. I hate them. I eventually deal with all the wormholes first because they were all glitched in all the rooms. I have a chest here, but I break this big boulder first, and I get an idea about these mossy pathways I can steal from down here and use for my town, as well as all these stone lanterns, so I will always grab them. In this chest, the only really nice thing is this candle hat. I don't get time to have a look at it because 1 remaining bug attacks me, which is quite rude. I take some of these glow button plants and realize now that this was marble on the ground, which I can just jackhammer up, which was a win. In this other chest room, I find some baconium, and it reminded past me that I needed to gather 10 of these for Frankie Boy. Now the last room, although I spent a key, had nothing in it. Keys really get used quite quickly in the Undergrove, but it has to be if I want to find the rarer things, like that baconium ore, and also emeralds. This is like a ruby, at this time, because this session was recorded on the 19th of February 2024, so I believe at this point they were just like rubies. This changes later on though, as I hinted before. Today, I come out with 5 emeralds, and a torch hat. Okay, it looks like I never have to worry about a torch again. Look at that. This is how day 115 started. Yes, Franklin. Yes, new dirt printer. What does it say me? Happy money day. I'm pretty sure that it's money day. Okay, I won't say no to that, Franklin. Thank you. Is it gonna be money as well? Bit of Pokemon, you know. So Erwin sends me 5,000 gold or Dinks, and I'll slow down the footage, but what's his face sent me 1,000. So that's how it started, on a hugely positive note, don't you think? Now why am I sounding so foreboding? Oh, it can't have anything to do with this Alpha Bush Devil slaying request on the notice board, could it? I don't know, I'm pretty chill at this moment. I'm selling emeralds to Johnny Boy, making quite a bit of money. Oh yeah, nah, here it is. Yeah, no, I have really misjudged that one. Yeah, revive. Wait, how much money did I just lose? Because that sounds like a lot of money I just lost. Well, that was a fail day. Regardless, this is how my quarry is looking at this point. It's coming along nicely. This wheat field looks nice as well, especially when I harvest them, and I'll replace the field straight away. I still don't have the planting function on my tractor. What I do have is a new printer, so I can get back into this new town design again. I don't want to make the same mistake again. I make sure to charge the thing before it's too late. I go and grab the planting function for my license for my tractor the next morning, because planting by hand was really becoming tedious. I also decide to buy the airport deed this day, because why not? But I throw it randomly in the back of the current town, as I didn't have an idea for it in the new town. Afterwards, I grind my wheat into flour. At least this is a ratio of 4 wheat for 1 flour, but it still takes a while, especially when I had over 1,000 and only 16 mils. I do it in between town design work. And actually, quick word from me who's writing the script. It's actually really nice seeing how the project comes along, because I know what the final project looks like and I'm really happy with it. I'm really keen to show you all what it looks like at the end. These stone lanterns I grabbed from the mines also fit well with the stone walls. So there was a 2-week pause in between days 117 and 118. I was playing and recording 100 days of Lethal Company at that point. And no matter, I remembered that I still had to put some cloths into this airport for it to become an airport. Understandable. Also, at this point, I was always walking around with a candle on my head, feeling like a kobold. You no-take candle. It's a World of Warcraft reference. Like the video if you get it. Also subscribe if you're enjoying it thus far. Ta. I noticed that this building license is coming soon, but if I get it now, I'll have it for later. Fair enough. For now, I go fight some wild animals in the mines, and I do switch that candle hat because the light from it is dimmer than the miner's hat, which is fair. I only walk away with 1 fossil on this occasion. The next morning, I realized I'd forgotten about the feed I have for my animals. I seem to have enough, but it made me reconsider my animals again, and that I wanted to expand on this area. Speaking of animals, it's funny what some people will throw in the recycling bin. Oh, we got a mouth almighty. That's interesting. I wonder if I've donated this one. In this instance, I had donated one. That would have been a nice freebie. I then harvest my sugarcane, rather poorly because a whole row gets missed here. And now that I have the planting function, it makes this next part so much easier. Fully fledged Dinkum farmer here. And what is a farmer without lots of animals? I'm going to make a habit to visit Owen every day now to get more of them. I think I said I wanted 12 of each kind at the start of the video. I can get either a pleat or a wombat per day, but I can buy 2 chickens a day, so that's nice. I clearly forgot that I can make the animal feeder, because Owen taught me how to make them, but here I am buying them. And to top it off, I buy thousands of animal feed. In fact, I didn't have to worry about feed again for the rest of the playthrough. I also make sure to add the animal shelters accordingly as I get them. I watched another guide video. Here I am placing a single bush seed and a 3x3 planter. It's actually 9 individual planter boxes, and I can pick the bush seed back up if I wanted to. The idea here is, can this bush seed spread? I'm gonna have to wait to see if this works until tomorrow, but for now I realized I could make those animal feeders, and I just make a bunch right now. I ended up with this pattern around the feeding silo, which automatically fills each of these every day. I go bush cutting because I want a stock of seeds for the town, spinifex tufts, that sort of thing. I also realized that a spot of grass will over time grow bushes and stuff on it. This small section was cleared ages ago, because I cleared it, and looks like new shrubs and stuff are growing here now. I also expanded those planter boxes with ferns as well. Now I'm standing in my crafting area, and I feel like I want a lot more machines for making products. Yes, I can have infinite time past midnight, but that's not the point. It still takes actual time doing things, and I want to do it faster. I think about this as I start another orchard harvest. I usually do these at night time, as it's a non-energy consuming task, and I'm finishing with making them into jams by the next morning. Also, okay, so I wanted to check out this airport. This is an airport? Wait. Where does the plane go? Yup, so I'm slightly misunderstanding this. Not airplanes, but blimps, I think. Anyways, this is Nancy, and she says I can buy a boarding pass. There is only Sunday trips, and I can take as many people as I like, meaning multiplayer. That is actually going to happen, by the way, so stay tuned. The passes cost 250,000 each, but she never mentions where the destination is. I know that it's the Island Reef, but if I'm role-playing, my fella is clueless. Also, look at this. I need to show this off, because this is actually quite exciting. Look at this. That's a lot of sugar. Oh yes it is. Yep, so this random visitor house I had, I'm using it as a grain room. I made a lot more in the night. Also, one moment please, I'm going to have a rant about punctuality again. Run, Owen! Run! You're late! I'm looking at this and it says, Owen's Barn, open 10 AM to 6 PM, closed Monday. Excuse me mate, but it's 10:08 before you walk into your own store. Ooh, we can buy some extra stuff here. I will do exactly that. Indeed, a new plate today, 2 more chickens, and I also need to buy 1 bucket per day as I use these to make cheese makers. I'm going to have to make these and the wool spinners as well if I get more animals, as I can only make 1 wool or 1 cheese per day with each machine. Here is some good news. Excellent. And this is also good news. Look at this. So we can pick this one up. So that's a bush seed. Oh, yes. So that is how we can keep our seeds up and running. Very nice indeed. I am a huge fan of that actually. Me too, I'm glad that works. There's actually a lot of little tricks and cool mechanics in this game. I'm really a big fan. This is how my house on the hill looks like so far. I guess what's in my mailbox the next morning. Sally. Hello Sally, what have you sent me? I think you might have dropped this at my place the other day. If you didn't, please be honest and bring it back to me. Honestly, I'm gonna bring it back to her because I don't need this. What's gonna happen? Hey, Sally. Wait, Sally. Very appreciated, but no, it wasn't me. Oh, if it's what can I do for you today? What's new? Boring haircuts. Yep, okay. But what about this thing? I didn't scare you. So no dialogue option for it. Yep. Looks like that was a win for me. Except I experienced the exact opposite next. Today is Monday. The airport is open on Sundays. I only just realized this. This makes me sad because I wanted to go to the Island Reef. Guess not. I noticed these jacaranda trees that Rain sells on a daily basis for 25,000 dinks, and I wanted to see what these look like. Hey Kylie, a jacaranda tree, does that... So that's just a tree, it doesn't have any... It doesn't bear any fruit or anything like that, does it? A jacaranda tree, or a jacaranda tree.
No, flowers.
Just flowers?
As far as I know.
I will forever hold a grudge against John for this. I still detest you for charging me this much to code to the mines, mate. I hate you for it. I mean, I may whinge, but this lot of rubies and fossils more than covers the cost. Excuse me, I'm having a moment in my quarry. B.A. beautiful. To be fair though, that quarry is awesome. I then sell the chunkier rubies to John, because they sell for more, obviously. This fossil here sold for 111,000, which is huge. This little ruby, although it looks exactly the same as the others, was in fact smaller, so worth less. I'll break it up for shards later if I want to go to the Undergrove. That's Erwin of course, and he's about to be late. Alright, are you gonna start bolting like a rabbit, Erwin? Oh my god, you're gonna be so late. I need to count this. It just wanders in. Oh my goodness gracious, mate. This is terrible service. Never go by what time people are supposed to go into their place, Kylie. Erwin just walked in 15 minutes late. Absolute prick of a man. Well, he is the crocodile hunter, not the shop owner person. Anyhow, another wombat today, more cluckies and another milk bucket. I have 3 cheesemakers by this point. I like the fact that I purposely built this other town on a higher elevation, so animals can't get in. But they do. It's done a Oh, how did you get up here, mate? Oi! This is not where you live, this is where I live. Little animal. How dare he? I may give up on trying to keep the animals out, but I won't give up on making more than enough grain meals. I had them in that guest house, but because I have like 50 of them, I need to put them outside now. However, I forgot that these guys work better if they're within range of a windmill, so they're not actually doing as well as they could. I had an alpha croc killing quest the next morning. I am polite as always. Hey buddy, how are we? I'll let this clip play out so you can see this fight in its entirety. Oh, he does big snaps. Oh, absolutely annihilated. Yes! We got it, finally! Now that we have the alpha scale, we still need the, what else did we need? Confused? Maybe you are. I'm referring to the Alpha Spear. I briefly mentioned before that I was saving opals for a new weapon, but that broken printer scuttled that idea. Now that I had an Alpha scale, I can work towards that better weapon. This is that weapon I was talking about. As you can see, I have 0 opals. Also, I didn't realize this, but I needed 2 Alpha Croc scales. That's for later. For now, I'm plundering the mines for more opals. Lots of shiny rubies, but they're not the shiny rocks I want though. Now day 124 started with a dilemma. Hazel? Oh, for bloody... No. Hazel's gonna get herself eaten. Here is my solution. Sorted. Okay, that worked perfectly well. I decided to let the winds take me wherever they take me again. Oh, that might be an opal rock right there, in fact. It is, in fact, an opal rock. That is very good news, so I need these. With this lucky find, I decided to go bug hunting. I might as well if I'm looking for more opals. I think the idea was to catch bugs and then put them in the containers in a spare house and build up a reserve so that when people asked me, oh, I need a fly today, I have a ready stock available. But mainly, I was opal hunting today. I think that's another one. That is indeed another one. Yeah, okay, so definitely on the surface. That is number 2. Yes, look at that, another one. Yep, so that is 3 in one day. Really lucky. Or maybe I gave enough time for them to spawn. Either way, I'm happy with what I have going towards that new weapon. And I finished the night by throwing all these bugs in the old grain house. A fun fact, I forget about this, but maybe you can use this idea. You're welcome. I collect some seeds the next day. I print some dirt, I fly like a bat, I mill some wheat, and I unsuccessfully look for more opals, but I realize I can island hop with this glider, which is actually really cool and satisfying. What isn't cool is that I made a lot of flour, so now I'm painfully making bread one by one, which I then make into fairy bread later. This is a tedious part of the game. I wish there was a cook all button, so I can at least walk away. I am in fact clicking every single time. I spent the following day really thinking about the town design. So what exactly do we want to achieve here? Because we got this section that's going to go down that way. I have a feeling we need to go to the right as well, actually. I bring my charging bay closer because I really am making use of that printer. For the town, I wanted to be a main street that loops around a giant park in the middle. I start on the foundation of Franklin's house next. But wait, it's been a week, almost. It's Sunday is what I'm getting at, and I really want to go to the island reef today. But first, the best trade of my life. Mate, how about some red shoes for some pink shoes? Oh, great deals on thousands of games. Oh, I thought there was an achievement. That's just a sale going on. Actually, as I look at this right now, it's early 2025, Dinkum has no achievements, so you could even say I played 100% of Dinkum. Anyways, I buy a 250,000 pass and ask Nancy to take me for a little trip. I hop into an air balloon and it reminds me from that first vessel I was on when I arrived at Musketeerville. Memories. The island reef looks like a scattered bunch of tropical islands, lots of fauna and coconut trees, but more importantly, there are new bugs and fish here. This is a blue tiger butterfly. a common crow butterfly. This is a humphead rust and a yellow tang. You get the idea. I scoured the entire place for new animals to donate for my pedia. The only thing I forgot were the critters, which I'll have to come back and do again later. I also pondered what my purpose here was. The purpose is to find treasure, either by digging it up like this, or through another method which I'll have to show you later, because I don't figure it out until later. There's also these beach-going eskies here that have a few decorative items in them, also a frisbee. I quickly show off my superhuman prowess by throwing and losing said frisbee, and I fly around aimlessly after that, not really sure what this place offers. I resorted to Google to answer some questions. I can get rare things here like baconium ore and opals, but this goes over my head for a bit. This is how my next day starts. Photographs, Melvin. Melvin wants to see a photo of John. Sure. Oh, John, can you stay there for a second, mate? John, I need you to not move at all. Can you stay there, please? Thank you. Oh no. So yeah, the day started on a little light-hearted humor. Tragedy can strike though. Is it worth starting my day again? Yes, it is. I broke my thingy again, and I am not having that. I am starting this day again. I'm not spending that long f***ing around with it. Nope, I am not doing that again. Well, I restarted my day, and I have to say that second photo of John is significantly worse. That's one ugly man. Oh well, I'm sure that he has great character. Donations. I made donations to Theodore today, a whole 8 of them. Now, carefully, don't mess this up again. A couple of days ago, John gave me these pinstripe pants. I'm giving them back because I want what he has. Oh, classic. Oh, this bloody chicken. Oi, you. How do I get you? Yeah, look at this mess. You're just laying eggs outside. What are you doing? Can I not pick you up somehow? Don't pat the thing. You're encouraging bad behavior. Yeah, I don't know how this one keeps escaping. This won't escape me. My quarry brought up an opal today. So now I can get that weapon I really want. I just had to find Ted Selly again. Nothing bad will happen before that. Right? Not to mention I'm missing an extra alpha scale. I don't notice this, and in my chef hat, I glide around looking for that missing teddy boy. Now do you think after, I finally have the resources for this weapon, do you think I'm having any luck finding Ted Selly? Nope, I'm not finding him at all. Alright, instead of wasting my time trying to find him, I'm not going to bother. I will just wait until the one day where I do find him, and then I'm like, oh, there he is, and then I'll mark on my map where he is, go get the stuff, and go back. I'm not gonna waste an entire day just looking for him. Okay, mark my words here, it's day 129, and I start to actively look for him, kind of. Let's see how long it takes for Teddy Boy to make an appearance again. But, look at all this dirt I have to print. Fun fact, what you see here is less than half of what I'm making. The next morning, Karma, as that's what this chicken's name is, surprised me too. She survived the night, and I lead her back inside the animal pen. I don't know what I did wrong today, but look at this deal Clover offers me. Are you serious? 4 kale for 20,000? Jesus goodness gracious me. You have just ripped me off, Clover. I am doing it for friendship points and possible blueprints. I buy my final Vombat next for this playthrough. I ended up with 12 chickens and 8 of both the Vombats and Pleeps. And it's time for round 2. Oh god. 39,000 for watermelon? Are you guys serious? You people are ripping me off. Actually, I can make thingies with them, so that's actually not the worst thing in the world. Thingies are scarecrows, by the way, and I thought I was in for round 3. See, Bloody Rain is reasonable. She sells me a table for 1,000 dinks. as opposed to the other people who sell me 4 things for like, yeah, unbelievable amounts of money. Guess what? I did the impossible today. Did I just ride this bird? Nah, that couldn't be right. Yeah, nah, he's trying it again. I have to try this. You saw that, right? But I do have to say, that is one hell of a strong magpie. If it can still rise up with me on its back, that's amazing. I also thought Rain would enjoy my company for a moment instead of sitting alone. Hello Rain, how are ya? I think she'd rather just not say anything. She's like, just smile politely as this weirdo with this candle on his head and these punk glasses sits next to me. I don't blame her. I try another lighting source tonight. These copper bulbs look quite pleasing. I have 2 pieces of important mail the following morning. Oh, that's Fletch. Fletch sent me something. I was hunting a jackaroo. I hope you don't mind. I sent you some meat. Fletch was hunting a jackaroo. The old lady that can barely walk and outruns from a... Okay, sure. She's also a vegetarian. This is correct. I don't know why she's hunting a jackaroo. There's something not right there. Also, there was a quarry there. I'm pointing that out because it's quarry number 20. Look at this place. I am very happy with it. I completed a bunch of tasks for people today because I was grinding out those permit points. I want the flying license. I really want a helicopter. Frankie boy refused to sell me one last time because I didn't have the license. I can order a motorbike from him, which I will do this day. This is also something I will never forget. What on earth is going on here? Do you need to get hand back in the water? What? Is this a glitch? Can you bite me? Yes, you can. Okay. Ow. Well, mate, if you're gonna be doing this on land, you don't belong here. What is this? That's that. Oh, he was strapped in that. Maybe, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. He's dead. Well, I quickly had to get rid of that evolutionary mutation. And no need to have land sharks, that's for sure. And after I crafted a pergola, I hit a milestone. 1,000 items have been crafted by me, which is quite nice. And I start to figure out the future location of the museum. Alrighty then, so it is day 132. When was the last time I actually played this game? I should probably have a look here. After I had a quick look, it had been 4 months or so since I played Dinkum. I released 2 videos in that time, 100 Days of Lethal Company and my first 100 Days Dinkum video. In that time, a few updates had been implemented. One is new letters from a fishing tipster that gives you hints on where new fish or bugs are. Or was this before? I can't remember actually. Frankie also sent me that motorbike. It's been a little while since I played the game. And I know that there's a change or 2. I can see up there we have well rested stamina thing. Stamina recover per second is 2 per second. That's good. Now I've noticed this. So let's see here. If I actually go and do this. And let's wait for that stamina thing to regenerate. Alright, so it seems that they've actually incorporated a proper stamina thing. So it looks like the energy has become more of a thing in the game right now. Furthermore, some things will never change. Late for your job, are you, mate? Idiot. I have something special to say. Now, I have a guest that's going to be coming into the server in due time. Not very clear there, but I have invited another YouTuber to come and make a guest appearance on my video. So I hopped on early because I wanted to make some preparations for that. What are we going to be doing for the duration that she is on? I can't have a guest come over and not have anything planned or prepared. I will be the host after all. Plus, since it had been 4 months, I had again become rusty in my Dinkum playthrough. But even I am surprised at what I find. I have never sold this massive amount of fairy bread. I have just never gone round to it, I guess. I was able to sell Kwangdong jams to Sheila today at least, 23 of them for over 200,000, which is fantastic. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Ever seen someone hoppity hop like this? Oh, that is just reminding me of Excite Bike. Did anyone ever play that Excite Bike back in like the 90s or 80s? Oh, good stuff. Oh no! Gotta make that jump, mate. After that excitement, I came across the materials I had that was still pending for that weapon from Ted Sally. I thought maybe today I'd see him. Fun fact, I don't. Now here's something new. Island for fish ponds. Ooh, nice. That's new. That is exciting. Cargo, building license, vehicle license. Oh yeah, that's the pilot thing. So I'm actually quite close to that, to be honest. We only have 3 things left to go, so there you go, excellent. I can't count, obviously, there was 4. And that building license, the one that was blank last time, it said I'd unlock the advanced crafting table and something else, which I now know is the advanced cooking table. I was here because I wanted to buy a new guest house for my visitor, but I still had a debt to pay off first, that one from the airport. So I go and grab all the rest of that chest you saw before and I go see Johnny Boy. So let's see what this massive amount will equate to. Oi, mate. Ooh, yeah, he's definitely got some new stuff. What's this thing? A hand trolley. Oh, that's a hand trolley. Okay, I can move full containers. Full containers? Interesting. Okay, you know what? Let's just make our sale first. I make 2.7 million dinks today, which is quite fine. I was about to pay off that debt, but then I remembered maybe I could still get permit points from putting that money in the bank. I was quite close to the helicopter license after all. I deposited 2 million, and nothing. Obviously, I knew this, but 4 months of downtime made me forget. So I withdraw my funds like some kind of stupid animal, but then I see something. Convert? Nice. Actually, I just realized something. If I'm able to convert something, 500 for 1? 500 for 1, that's not really a great... Is it? So let's say, for example, So I quickly do some math with a calculator and I convert 111,000 dinks to 222 permit points. That's actually not too bad, especially because by this point you don't really spend that many dinks anymore. I mean, 1.5 million for that airport is something. Actually, the town paid 1 million from that original 2.5, but hey, that's fair. I see that there is a wish fountain deed. I can't believe I saw it this early. This thing went way over my head. Now Johnny Boy also sells me first aid kits for 7,000. I need to see how this works later. I get this hand trolley because it says I can move full containers and this would come in handy shortly. Okay, yep, developers, I'm enjoying it so far. There seems to be a bunch of new things. I'm enjoying it thus far. Alright then. I see I have the footage here, but I'm moving all furnitures and clothing items from this chest I had outside, and I wanted to point this out again because the amount of things you get from NPCs from doing their tasks is insane. All these chests in this house are completely filled with random things. Oh my god. I've got no space. Oh lord. Oh no, what is this? Yep, this is something I don't fix until the end. But for now, I put this guest house close to where I want it to be in the future. I'm getting this because I think it would be a good idea for my guests to decorate a small portion of my new town. I'm thinking maybe the outside yard area. That's one activity of a few that I'm planning. The house is done the next morning, but oh no, there's nothing in here. This little section would be the eventual location of this house, and that patch of land is where I'm thinking the house's garden area should be. I also voice a desire of mine. It really does get to the point where you kind of need to have 2 of these bad boys, because they run out of juice very quickly. Oh, but mate, Ted Sally and his weapon! Ah well, I get that flying license I've been larping about since the first 100 days. Now all I need is a chopper from Frankie Boy. I have myself a boat at least, and I can row out and catch this question mark fish out here. There we go. Hey buddy. Oh god, that's a lionfish, isn't it? Ugh, don't touch it, man. Aren't these things like poisonous? Yes they are. My character's insane. Update for you. 35 out of 41 fish, 40 out of 48 bugs, and 11 out of 22 critters. I wake up and it's currently Sunday. I would also like to take my guests to the Reef Island, but that ain't happening today. So what I need to do is play up until the next weekend so we could potentially do that as well. This is something I don't want though. Johnny Boy, what have you sent me, mate? Well, yes, open it up. To Artemis, your house looks pretty nice, but don't you think it would look nicer with some basic wooden walls? I'd be sure to peek through your window. I'm sorry, I'd be sure to peek through your windows to make sure you put it up. John, I don't want you peeping through my windows, mate. I see that there's a visitor tent here, so I peep in here and it's Max again, the fishing fella I missed ages ago by accident. He does a fishing competition and I decide, yeah sure, why not, let's join up, I can catch more fish than anyone. I know it said rules there, but what's so hard about catching fish? Alright, well, I had other things planned for today, but you know what, I am not losing against John this time. Oh no, I am not losing against John. Yeah, that's all well and good, mate, but did you read the rules? Oh, very nice, a catfish thing. Did you read the rules? But of course, you know, when it is the actual fishing competition, do I see many fish? No, I see the bare minimum of fish. That's always the case, isn't it? Yeah, I agree, it sucks, but again, rules, mate. Rules! Oh no, another catfish thing. I can't help him. I didn't read the rules, and I hope to God there's no rule about me saying you can't go to the ocean or something like that, because that would thoroughly irk me. I would be so mad. No, so close. Go read the rules. The rules, man. Catching that bony tongue thing is not reading the rules, nor is catching that river bass that was clearly in the ocean. I swear to God, if Jonathan beats me again by like a couple of points, I'm gonna be thoroughly angry. At this rate, you have 0 points. The rules, man. Oh look, a barracuda. About time you realize, you klutz. Oh, you're kidding me. Have I been catching... Have any of these things been... I probably should have read the rules, eh? Let's go back. I am fairly certain that this has all been a complete waste of time. Yep, I'm fairly certain that they're gonna say any of these fish have been useless to you right now. Log new school. Are you serious right now? What are the rules? Oh, he wants just barracuda. Oh, you're joking me. Oh, for f***'s sake. Oh, mate, I've got so many fish, but unfortunately all you're interested in is barracuda. God damn it. I should have read the rules. Alright, the hell with your competition, Max. Yeah. You know what, you can buy these fish from me. Well, All Mate does buy this for 83,000, which isn't too bad. Now, future me knows that this isn't the biggest flop of today. Let's just say I should have gone and reset the day. I'm gonna elaborate soon. Yeah, I wrote it in the rulebook for this guy to go catch barracuda, but he starts bringing me these bony fish. I don't want that. Fish is fish, Max. Okay, what is this guy used for? Can I just use this to move an entire crate? Yes, I can! That is amazing! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Ever seen a man so excited to just be able to move things? Oh, good stuff. That is another point for you guys. That is definitely another point for the Dinkum developers. Well done, lads. Well done. With this newfound ability, I move a bunch of decoration chests up here for future convenience for my guest. I also have to include my shameful confession to my partner. Catching all the fish, but I start to notice that there's no points here. And then I caught a barracuda, and then I got a single point. I'm like, don't tell me it's for a specific fish. It's for specific fish. Yeah. So I've got a whole inventory full of just useless vertebrate fish. And I'm like, God damn it. At the very beginning it says, you should probably read the rules. I'm like, I don't need rules to know how to catch fish. I know how to catch a fish. I'm not stupid. Now I feel stupid.
You dumb.
Hey. A good laugh. I also make sure to get a boarding pass for next Sunday. Maybe I'll be able to fly to the island myself. I have a flying license, and I'm getting that helicopter from Frankie Boy as we speak. 3 million dinks. You can make a helicopter in a day, I like it. Yep, so today might be the last day I spend gliding through the air. I spend it looking for Ted Sally, of course. Still can't find him, by the way. Frankie Boy shoved the helicopter into my mailbox the next day. Outstanding. Before we do anything else, let's have a quick look at this helicopter. Oh. This is a helicopter? Oh my god, it's like one of those things you can see from like the early 1900s, like the very first vehicles. I swear this thing is made of wood. Oh nice, look at that. And this is, I don't even have to hold the mouse in anymore. Do I just, yep, I just press forward and there you go. Nice, look at that. That is looking mighty fine. I am a big fan of this. So there is going to be the new town location. There is my farm fields. It gives you an idea of how big your farm field is as well, actually. How do I stop driving? Oh god! Do I put this away as like the others? Yes, I do. After that close call with 0 fall damage, I get a second bike, because I was thinking a race could also be a good idea with my guest. You know how I said NPCs always give you clothing or furniture? Can I have this fly? He's giving me a pink bed. I give him a single fly, I give him a bug that is insignificant, and he gives me a big f***off bed. I visit Fletch and I estimate how many permit points I need to get the rest of these licenses. I had 8.4 million in the bank, and I had 3.1 left after I did a few conversions. I now have 11.5 thousand permit points. I get the fish farm license, cargo license, and the building license, and that is all of them in the game. I see the building one unlock those advanced crafting stations that can use things in nearby storage chests, which is huge. I look at them and I see they take opals, which makes me instantly depressed because Ted's Sally's weapon mate. But also Baconium. That is that rare ore that I haven't followed up with. I have 3 of them, but I need 10 to give to Frankie. In time, I guess. Plus, you'll never hear someone say this. Where is my... You're joking me, I forgot my bloody helicopter. How often do you hear a person say that? Oh, bloody hell, I forgot my helicopter, like it's something you carry around in your pocket. Oh, man. Come on, man. So I fetch my very expensive vehicle and I fly around looking for Ted Sally again. I should be able to see him from up here. Well, that is not what I see this night. Is that... I don't know if you guys... Yep. Look at that. Meteor shower. That's nice. Because I was just going to say, I'm hearing something. I wasn't sure if you guys would be able to hear it as well. But yeah, alright. Meteor shower. That's pretty cool. I like that. Nice. I spend more time, but eventually I look it up. All Mate will only show up on Saturdays. Wonderful. If that disappointment wasn't enough, I finally get a slap in the face the next morning when I look up the recipe to make that fish spawn I got from that fish farm license. A goldfish trophy? Where on earth do I get a goldfish trophy from? Really? That seems a little bit... I don't know, that doesn't sit right with me. You have to win this to be able to make a fishing pond. But then you've spent points on learning the recipe and then you can't even make it. Yep, you can only win these at the fishing competition. The one Max just held and I had that absolute debacle at. Also, Max only visits twice a year. I could potentially get one towards the end of this video. Stay tuned. But for day 138, I mainly moved resource chests and anything that my visitor can craft with or potentially would want to craft with up to where the guest house is. I also do a little interior decorating. Honestly, this looks much better than my house. This looks cozy. I prepare a chest for her with all the basic tools and everything, even some cheeses for energy. There's even a glider in here which I think will be fun. Also, I make a discovery while I was printing. I did not know that you can get fossils this way. Well, that's a bonus little bit of money. Later this night, I figure out the location for the future town hall. I'm splashing about with all my animals the next morning, there is a lot of them, and I check out this view from my helicopter. I realize then that it's the second last day of the season. The fish and bugs come and go with the seasons, right? Maybe I should work on that. I googled this, of course, and my journey takes me into the mines. And here I am catching a deep fish. Kinda looks like an anglerfish, but okay. I see a little rainbow fish back above ground, and a big one here as well. Oh, that's a big chunky boy. A stingray. Nice. That is actually really good news. Anything else I haven't seen here yet? Maybe I can even catch some stuff with my guest tomorrow. But I also noticed that there are 2 people I haven't met yet. Okay. Here is my special guest today. Alright, do you want to take a moment? So, I have a guest in my session today. Aubrey Angst. Or Aubrey, how would you like me to? Hello, how are we? That's not a way to
Doing well, how are you?
Good. I greeted you with a flaming bat and you greeted me with a spear. This is off to a good start.
I mean, when you're running around out here, you kind of have to have your weapon out, right?
No, you're in town. We're kind of safe, I would hope. Yeah, I was actually wondering where you would spawn in, so I'm kind of glad that you spawned in right at the town hall, so there you go.
What a cute little entrance. Do you want to give me a tour, or?
I can. Alright, come with me quickly. I'll take you to the main thing, and then I'll give you something to make this tour, nice and fluid. So this is the entire production area. It may seem a little bit bare. That's because I've actually moved some stuff up to the other side because we're going to be making this this guest house and all that sort of stuff. So I wanted to make sure that all the production stuff is in one area. So if you follow me up to this way, I'll show you where the guest house future location is. But this is half of my production area. The other reason why I'm taking you up here is because there's actually a kite for you, so you can actually have a quick flyover.
So I'm wondering, I've never used the vehicles in the game, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but we'll see.
I think you should be able to. So I've got at least the guest house kind of furnished. It's furnished enough. So I said, you've got to have some place to sleep in the couple of days that we are here. I've got a chest there for you with pretty much anything I think you would need, and I hope that's everything that you would need.
This is super cozy. I love it.
And
well, I'm
maybe a
loving this
football.
bookshelf too.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit newer. I'm not exactly sure. I've got a house just full of all kinds of furniture. It's a little bit insane because I'm not one for decorating as much, so I just hoard it all in one location. Nice. Is
Very comfy.
Is it to your liking?
Oh yes, definitely.
Wonderful. Aubrey has given the green light. She is pleased with her accommodation for the next few nights. I'm delighted that she likes it, because she's an original commenter on the 100 days video liking the tent decor by day 7, so I had an idea on what she appreciated. Afterwards, I start by giving her a little bit of a tour and I tell her where the new relocation is. Within moments, she has already mastered the use of the glider, which is good stuff. It is really nice showing another player all the effort that has gone into the town, and I imagine it's nice for her seeing the town as well from her perspective, other than the original video. While I show her my animal area, she's giving them all a good pat, which is really nice of her. Now, what do you like it? How do you like the town? It's probably a little bit different from the video, and you're actually seeing it in person. You're like, oh, is this what it looks like?
Yeah, it's so different seeing like while you're actually at the town level, because I feel like when you're recording and like doing the playback, you kind of pick specific times, so you don't actually get to see everything, right?
Now, unless you do like an actual slowdown of 2 minutes of unbroken footage of, hey, this is the entire town, you don't really get an idea of what it looks like. You know of areas, but you don't know how it all connects. I'm sorry, I think I jumped onto another animal thing and then jumped up this way. There we go.
Hey,
Oh, there's actually collision.
You pushed me.
Yeah, there's collision. I was not aware of that. Oh, good stuff.
That's hilarious.
Alright. Time presses on, and I take Aubrey to the guest location again, and I tell her how I'm thinking about setting it up, and I would like her to put some decorative work into the town relocation. Perhaps the garden on this home. So she asks me a question.
Do you mind if I make a little like flower moat?
Absolutely, go for gold. With that wish, I show Aubrey the chests nearby, and I let her know about all the tools I brought up to this location so that she can make a piece of the future town her very own. She had explored the chest and she's now on a mission of creativity. I provide her with some tools and she is doing work, redirecting the river towards what may be a little pond. I get a vague idea of what she's doing and I help my guest out. Otherwise, I'm a terrible host. Aubrey wants to maybe try and cut the water off, and I follow her lead. So, yep, okay, so you want to go from that angle? Cool. You lead, and I can follow. I think I can more or less pick up on... Have your own swimming pool, it seems. So do you want some space around it as well?
No, I was just gonna inside do a little bit of levels and then plant some nice pretty flowers. So this is probably big enough.
These are the water beds as well, by the way. So the water bed is this thing here. So if you chuck it like, oh, you can make a little waterfall. I was not aware you can make a waterfall.
That is pretty.
I did that completely on purpose.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, where does the water come from, Aubrey? Where does the water come from? Just this infinite supply from up above. You reckon you're going to do 100 days Dinkum in the future sometime?
I would love to, but I don't know.
That's fair. If you want Aubrey to do her own 100 days Dinkum video, make sure to ask her. In time, I fly over and she's making some nice progress on her pond location. I help her by planting some grass in the area as well, and I knew that she was going to like these glow buttons.
Oh, that is so pretty.
I've got a couple somewhere in the town as well, but I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool. Do you like the grassy feel in the pond? Makes it all feel like, oops, makes it feel like it's mossy. There we go.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I make a little waterfall up here for her. And you got like this magical,
that's nice.
You got this magical water that just comes from somewhere. It's Dinkum.
It's an underground spring.
It is. Oh, you can actually say that. Yeah, absolutely. Now, if only there was a way we can actually get fish and just chuck a fish or two in this one. That'd be quite nice. Oh, imagine
I wonder
that.
if you can leave it open. Can you leave it open? Because I know you can get other animals in.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and redig this then. We remake the connection to the pond, and Aubrey tries to herd a fish into the pond. Yep, you've herded yourself a jungle perch with 1200 into this fish pond. I love it. Wonderful. Look at that.
Yay! Now how to keep him in, or should we close it back up?
Well, I mean, he's gonna be one very lonely fish. And what do you think you're doing, fish? Back into your new home. We're bringing you a friend. Don't worry about it. So eventually, Aubrey has herded a few fish into this area, which is quite nice. We plant some trees together, and Aubrey places down a few fences, and I place down a few lanterns. It's coming along very nicely. That dog is following you like a shadow. Later, I wanted to look for a fish for my pedia tonight, so Aubrey came for a helicopter ride. Oh, that is so good. Alright, so we want to go.
Oh my gosh, don't drop me!
Oh, can I? I mean, I can try and... No, looks like I can't drop you. It's not part of a thing. This was quite fun. Aubrey had the fish book open, but we got ourselves into a bit of a situation shortly. No! Okay, oh, god damn it.
Oh no, doggo, no!
Yep, I can't let that happen. Here, leave my doggy alone. Watch out if you... Just be careful with your stamina. Oh, better eat, better eat, because... The thing is, I think the dog is invulnerable. Right. Let's go to hop on this thing. Okay. Let's go, doggy. Let's go. Flee! Well, at least there were no fatalities tonight. The next morning, I'm flying my helicopter back to Aubrey's to pick her up for a day of shenanigans, and I also realize it's the first of fall. Any summer creatures I missed will have to wait until next year, but the pond area is looking very snazzy indeed. Aubrey whips out her fishing rod and suggests a who can catch the biggest fish competition. I make sure to show Milburn how I chauffeur my guest around in the most unsafe way possible, and looking at this, she is most definitely getting a haircut. Just a little bit off the top, right? As we're heading out, she also gives me this statue. I'm only now realizing where I got it because a little bit later it was a complete mystery to me. This was also a mystery to me. Where did you get the bubble blower?
From John's shop.
Oh, I see.
Let me know if it gets annoying.
No, absolutely not. I was just gonna say, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I got this dress, the bubble blower, and that statue this morning while I was playing.
Well, there you go. Very nice. We gotta find ourselves a fish. Now, I'm not gonna use my fishing book at all, but generally speaking, here we go. That's a big fish right there. Too bad you can't catch him.
Are you talking about the shark?
I am talking about the shark. So later I've cast my line looking for the biggest fish, and so has Aubrey.
I just caught a black and white snapper. He's kind of little.
I got the exact same thing. So at this moment, it's a draw. There we go. Well, that's a bigger fish. I think yours is longer than mine.
Yours is definitely bigger, though. You got a much bigger fish.
Alright, let me stand up on this.
There's my first little guy.
Yeah, that's my first little guy as well, exactly the same. Is he? No, I think they're about the same. I mean, he's probably wider, that's fair, but I think they may be the same length. Yeah, let me see if I can stand exactly mirrored to you, so bear with me. No, they're exactly the same. But in terms
That's hilarious.
but in terms of weight, though, I think this guy's a bit chunkier. Can I chuck him back in the water?
Your fish is definitely...
Oh, this is just cruel. There you go, fish. Wait,
You gotta jump and throw.
really? Okay, there we go.
The catch and release.
Wait, jump and throw.
Yeah, jump and when you're in the air, hit Q.
Oh, can I just... Oh, there you go. Go back from whence you came, little fishy. Now, an important question. Have you been to the holiday island?
No, I haven't.
Since she hasn't, I felt it was my obligation to take her there. This is the holiday island.
It's so pretty.
Alright, it's a good thing I brought the helicopter. I do a little fly over the area to show what this area looks like. I haven't really figured it out myself at this point, so this is what I had.
Is that a pineapple?
That is a pineapple. I saw it at exactly the same time. Yeah, we'll grab ourselves a little souvenir. We find one of those eskies and get the flying discs and decide to have a little bit of a play. Alright, so it looks like there's a bit of a thingy, so let's see if I can get that. Oh, that was a terrible throw. We start randomly digging in an area looking for treasure, and we lose track of time when Aubrey sees something. But then
What's
there's...
that?
Oh, that's a statue. That's a shark statue.
Did you read it?
There's a... How did you read it? Oh, there is an option. Give me... looks like I have to look at it. Pick up. There we go, read. In the depths of blue with teeth so keen, a secret waits yet to be seen. 5 treasures golden to my mouth you feed. 5 treasures golden to my mouth you feed, and the prize you seek will be your deed. While we ponder this for a moment, I jump into the depths. It said in the depths. So, okay, in the depths. Oh, what's that?
I don't know.
I think that was only on my
That was kind
end.
of creepy.
Oh, so you heard that as well?
Yeah, it was like a big rumble in the deep.
Alright, let's jump in. Past me had read that there was an alpha shark in the game. I thought this may have been it, but nothing eventuated. But we are really curious about this rumbling. And the prize you seek will be your deed. Okay, well, let's quickly jump in before it gets late. Yeah, okay, so there's that noise again. Long-term players should know what this rumbling is. Past me knew what this rumbling was, but he kind of forgot until it finally happened.
Especially with it almost being midnight.
Yep, pretty much. Because I think if we fall asleep, that'll be the end of the...
Whoa.
Oh, what's going on
What in
now?
the world?
What's going on? Oh, it's nighttime. We have
It's
to go.
because it's late?
Yes, it is. Where's the time? Oh, that's what it was. Alright. I'm flying us over. We're going to have to quickly run back into the thing, and we're going to have to disembark. So, okay, yeah, now, so that was just to let us know that it's time to go home. Okay, let's disembark. There we go. Okay, I probably have to tell it to take us home. Can you tell it to...
It says I can't use it.
Okay, ready to get home? Yes. Let's fly. I was gonna say, what is that rumbling?
The timing of that.
Yeah, the timing of that was so perfect. It says, oh, there's something in the deep. I jumped into the water at the deep end, and then the rumble happened. I'm like, oh, there's something here. But no, that was just the game letting us know, hey, your time is running out here. You should probably go home.
Sorry, I got scared and ate the pineapple.
That's perfectly fine. Oh, that is so good. That timing was perfect. Okay, so the rumbling had nothing to do with the gold and whatever we were supposed to find, but that is very curious. I don't know what that is. Speaking of going home, Aubrey decided to go back to where it all started. So you're going...
Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty!
That was so fun. Oh yeah, we're over by the starting dock.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this was the fateful location where I got accosted by a bloody alligator. Or a crocodile. Right here. Someone even...
Back at the scene.
Yeah, pretty much. Someone mentioned in the comments that, like, yeah, at the minute 48, which is when that, she's like, the person's like, that's really unfortunate and unfair. I'm like, yeah, I nearly died on my first day to a cutscene attack. That was good stuff. Oh, that's good. I'm actually so happy.
Pretty funny.
I'm so happy this is actually a thing. I can show you the world.
Shining, shimmering.
Splendor. Tell me something. I actually don't even know the
Ooh,
lyrics.
is that the pond?
It is the pond. Looks very nice. As we were at the holiday area, Aubrey picked up a few things and she wanted to decorate the place. So I laid down on a beach towel as she did some final touch-ups. Alright, well there you go. So, for this occasion, we've gone ahead and made our... Well, you've made the fancy little thing down here. I really do like it. I'm going to incorporate this into the town. So I'll move this guest house to this location here above and see if I can make like maybe a path going down into it and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Feel free to move around some of this stuff.
Perfectly fine. We've had a bit of a challenge with the fish and it ended in a draw. We both caught exactly the same thing, which is perfectly fine. And being able to go to Holiday Island, it really did freak me out when the earth started shaking there, because I genuinely thought something from below, like it very quickly turned into a horror game for me. I'm like, oh god, is there something in the depths there that's going to come up and just snag me away right now?
Yeah, I thought we were playing Dredge for a second.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun. Like, I've done so many things that I've never done in Dinkum before, so...
That was an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me. And that was my time shared with Aubrey. I had a lot of fun with the 2 days she spent here, and I really appreciate the creative input she has done for the future town relocation. Make sure to check out her channel. Aubrey is another small YouTuber, and she likes to make cozy life sim content. I particularly enjoyed her feature-length Stardew Valley videos.
Yeah, once again, thank you so much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me for this little adventure. And yeah, probably catch you in the next one then. I woke up on day 142, not really sure why I was lying on a beach towel outside of the future guest house. Now, why was I unsure? July 20th was Aubrey's visit. It's now October 15th, so I did indeed take another break to finish off my 100% V Rising video. My son was about a month old at this time, and I was toying with the idea of trying to get recordings in at night time while he slept. I was watching him on my monitor, of course, so I made it really simple for me and said I'll look for pedia animals. I haven't cleaned up this area or moved everything back yet, and I wasn't feeling that, so yeah, not pedia it is. I also demonstrated some superhuman prowess. Oh Jesus. Got some massive air there. Getting down to business, I remembered these animal books, so this should make it easier. As it was the start of autumn, I was determined to catch everything I can in this month that's uncaught. A little while ago, I caught these fish and I placed them down here for some reason. I needed to donate these, and donate them I did. Apparently I never donated a yabby, so okay, fair enough. But this night I did find a trogget. I have no idea what a trogget is, but I do know what a blobfish is, and I also hauled that in this night. I finished by catching a tiger beetle before calling it a night. I placed down the new catches in the town this time, so I remembered to donate them. I'm glad I did that to remember, because guess what? I determined it wasn't the right time to do recording shit with my newborn. He wasn't settled enough yet. So I focused on scripting and editing my 100% Planner Crafter video, which I released on the 21st of December, which is also the date of this recording, day 143. And this is the last awkward month or so jump in time. The rest of the recordings I was able to get done successfully. But admittedly, I did focus primarily on pedia things for the first little while back. But I do grimace when I walk past my production area. I will need to get that fixed, maybe this night time. You see, this is what happens if you take extended periods of time away from a game, you just completely forget where you're up to with things. Yep, agreed. This one I was particularly bad with, hence taking it easier with the pedia. I mean, I can't really get anything done until I move my production area back. That is for tonight, and for today I'm looking for a very rare bug. So rare because I didn't find it. I did find these white roos. It is almost Christmas at this time, if you couldn't tell. Also, I hear a strange sound. I'm hearing a strange sound. That was weird. And that's also new. Yeah, I'd later find out the reason for that phone ringing, but right now I find a king prawn. Fun fact, I accidentally sell this particular specimen, and then I had to spend ages trying to find another one for the museum. I take opportunities to scavenge some pearls, as I need these for waterbed decorations. You're gonna see some nice waterfalls later. And also a little whinge from me as I'm diving for this blue mussel. I wish there was a critters book, because later on I'll be spending whole days looking for critters. For the rest of this night and off camera, I looked for a Saratoga fish in the billabongs, and I moved everything back to where it needed to go. I see question marks here and I thought that I found it, but turns out it's an empire gudgeon. Something I wasn't expecting, because I had made a list and this was not on my list. Meaning new things have been added, which then made me redo my list. Yes indeed, there are indeed some extra numbers here. 1 new fish, 2 new bugs, and 3 new critters. I spent the morning of day 144 looking for that same rare bug. I still had no luck and it was only around in the mornings, but I did find a Santa Claus goodie bag over here, making sure to strike it with my flaming bat, and I still got the stuff inside. I found one of the guys I was looking for and he gave me a hard time. For now, 5 donations to Theodore's museum. Here's something for your reference. 40 out of 42 fish, 43 out of 50 bugs, and 13 out of 25 critters. Those critters nearly broke me. I do see this wish fount indeed, and I don't realize this, but this very thing will make my searches for pedia animals much easier. I toss it into the new town, and I also toss some festive clothing on me throughout the day that I found in that goodie bag, like this festive hat. And from this point of view, you can see that my production area is somewhat back in order after that previous night. I go break everything in my quarry. I like a healthy looking quarry, and I see a few new cooking recipes that have been added to the game as well. Since taking all that time off, admittedly I was a little bit lost with what I needed to do, so today I spent an hour off camera. I didn't save the game, so it's still the same day, and I was just figuring out what I wanted to get done, and you'll be glad to hear I got my motivation back. 10,000 dinks. Apparently mine from Fletch also helps that motivation. I finally found out that my weapon I always wanted will take 2 Alpha Croco scales, so I decided that won't be a thing for a while, and I grabbed those opals I've been keeping here. I wanted a second dirt printer to help speed up the town relocation. Speaking of the town, I'm here looking at the wishing well. I researched a bit and I found that the bountiful wish will help me with my pedia endeavors. The wish cost me 150,000 dinks and will become active tomorrow. I do a little bit of a search today, but I refined my pedia list and I found the exact things I can find in each season, so I wasn't just flying around blindly. My search does inspire a song. So am I still waiting for this world to stop hating? Can't find a good reason, can't find hope to believe in. Classic. I buy some extra machines because I'm also planning on revamping my entire production area and expanding it a bit. Now, this is what this entire place is looking like right now. That's going to be where the tuck shop is. That's my house. That's Frankie Boy. That's the museum, and the teleporter is going to be there. This house is going to be in back there, and over there is going to be Fletcher's place. Now there is still another couple of buildings, and they're just not going to fit in here. Now what I'm thinking is, down here I wanted there to be like a really big like park sort of thing. Yeah, I want it to be some kind of huge park. I hope that this helicopter's not too loud. So what I'm going to do is probably expand this out further and build another elevated section over there. And then it's going to be like an enclosed park in there, if that makes sense. Yep, very ambitious. I am glad I got that second dirt printer. I'm using that very machine this night to get back into this project. A slight conundrum though. This rock in the water is in my way. So I'm probably going to have to get a bomb to be able to blow it up. At this point, I think I will also wind down any money-making endeavors, because at this point, I had all the deeds and not really that much need for huge profits. And truth be told, this stuff can be tedious. Like harvesting my orchard was always really painful. What else is still painful is running around looking for bugs, but that bounty wish does come into play. I do find a purple azure butterfly. One down. I then ask Frankie Boy to make me some bombs. He asks no questions, which is good for me, and I do a bit of work on the town, of course. Somewhere out in the distance I could hear Erwin crying just then. If you don't understand that, it's because Erwin likes to eat those figs, despite the fact it actually does damage to you. But Erwin is Erwin. And because I'm working late into the nights, I do turn off my recordings, and I didn't catch this one on camera, but I caught the nudie branch, which was good. Yeah, I do try to get all of them on recordings, but late nights can go indefinitely, so I do turn them off eventually, and I missed this one. My bad. So just like Kent from Stardew Valley, I received bombs in my mail from Franklin. I cast my eye on my orchard and I vowed that I will never be doing that again. Well, never say never, mate. Maybe a new tool will change your mind. I find an opal in my quarry, which is an absolute bounty. As speaking of bounty, the bountiful wish comes into clutch today. There it is, there it is, there it is. Gotcha, mate. Look how huge this thing is. Oh, that's amazing. Oh god, mate. Alright, good stuff. Very good stuff indeed. A bay bug. Do I have a bay bug? No, there we go. We just got a bay bug. That is another one we had to deliver, which is good stuff. I'm not sure if the wish also affects critters, but there you go. Next, I relive my Legend of Zelda days, and I toss a bomb to clear that annoying rock. I can confirm this bounty wish does work. There he is. He's there. He's there. He's there. He's there. Okay, wonderful. I'm getting this one on camera. And this will be the second last fish. Hey, buddy. How are we? Come here, little fishy. Ah, come here, little fishy. Oh, you are a fighter, aren't you? Come to Papa. Gotcha, mate. So the Saratoga is mine. Good stuff indeed. Yep, I've been hunting this particular specimen for quite a while now. I find another opal, and these will come in handy shortly. And while I'm searching in the night, I see something odd. And what am I seeing here? Is this some graphical thing? Yeah. Oops. There's a bit of a graphical glitch there. That's unfortunate. Yep, it almost proves fatal. What the hell? Oh crap. Oh no, no, no. That is incredibly unfortunate. Yeah, no, that is a bit silly. My bloody boat is out there now. Okay, I'm not a fan of that. There's quite literally nothing I can do. Oh my god, you're joking me. Well, this is bad. This is very bad. Can I use my helicopter here? I can. Okay, we're gonna have to come back for the boat. Oh my god, you're joking me. Oh no. Well, if I can't get that tomorrow, I have a feeling I've just lost my boat. I'm filling up my animal silo in the morning. It can hold up to 200 feet at a time, so I do this often. I wish there was an autofill button here instead of manually clicking and rising that number to the exact amount and then adding 135 feet to the silo, which is what it needed. What I didn't need is this jellyfish to harass me as I was diving for this black sea cucumber, but I can manage. Nothing special happened the next day. When I told you I spent entire days looking for things, I wasn't lying. In-game me has an opinion. It's not overly exciting stuff, I have to say, looking for these things. I do still hear that ringing though. Steamy piles of poo. I keep hearing this, the ringing. I don't know what that means. Someone is trying to get in contact with me, but I don't know who. Yeah, what is that noise? I keep hearing a ringing. You hear a strange sound. I'm gonna look that up right now because I'm hearing it for days. I have no idea what it means. I looked it up and it has something to do with this guy. Too bad a croc prevented me from checking it out, but it's some kind of crossover event. John sent me some dark brown floors with a very creepy letter. That's creepy, John. That's very creepy, mate. Well, John, you can look through my window and you will be very disappointed. I'll probably be sitting there with a baseball bat, mate. Remember when I caught that king prawn and I said I accidentally sold it? Yeah, I finally found it again. Oh, Addison. Come here, you devil. Got him. Got him. This is where the PD is sitting at now, making progress, and also making some good progress on the town elevation. I get some inspiration from a loading screen. That is a nice waterfall there. I would like to be able to do something like this in my town. In due time. But for now, I see that Sheila is buying fairy bread today, and remember, she pays 2.5 times more when she wants it. I do have 400 on hand, which she takes for 1.4 million dinks, which I think is a steal. And I have some more inspiration. You know what I could actually do? Oh yeah, it's definitely this animal. Look at him. You know what I can actually do? I reckon I can build like a bridge from here and build somebody else. He's trying to act all cool like he's supposed to be walking in the water. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I get interrupted there, but I want to build a bridge going to another house on the other side of the river, and I reckon that'll look awesome. You know what else is awesome? Admittedly, I do look online for things I'm looking for, and guess what happened this time? Just had to look online at what this thing looks like that I'm trying to find. Can you believe that? I had finally looked online to see what this thing looks like, and I shit you not, 5 seconds later, it's right there. Wow. I'm not gonna complain. I found the thing in the end, so I'm quite happy with that. I've been doing heaps of this lately. It needs to be done, but I want to change it back up. The Baconium ore. I've been wanting to get more of these, but I was taking it easy for 10ish days while working out my son's sleeping at nighttime thing. I haven't been mining in a long time, and I grab what I usually need for down there. Before that, I get Frankie to make me another charging station. I don't know why I didn't do this before. They are really quite cheap and super helpful. I discovered that there's a new level in the mines called Hot. I haven't seen this yet. I would find out that it requires 4 ruby shards to go to the undergrowth and 4 emerald shards to go to the hot level. Undergrowth for now then. I spot something else that's new, a machine, and that's a ruby or emerald chunk icon. I'll investigate this shortly because I get jumped first. I finally find an emerald and I bring it back here. Looks like it breaks the thing down into 4 shards for me, as opposed to 3, and I get a perfect emerald. That's awesome. What's not awesome are these grubs in here. I fight a complete infestation. But when I emerge victorious, an opal and a piece of Baconium is my reward. In fact, when I leave, I had found another emerald that I broke down into the same as before, and 1 more opal. I saw that tip about a waterfall and I wanted to try it out tonight. I made this first mound, but the problem with that is that the elevation levels are too close to the edges. Like when I put the water beds down, they just immediately spill over and I don't want that. I need to figure this out off camera. Hey, come on close, I need to tell you a secret. You know what's special about day 153? I liked it so much that I did it twice. A first thing, charging bay. Love the idea of having 2, might even make it 3. Now how about a waterfall update? Alright, so I finally went ahead and made something here, I think. Alright, so we have this little thing starting at the top, and it comes down, and we have like an inner circle of grass as well, so then these fountains won't just fall over the edge anymore. And we've got one going all the way over the edge, so I'm going to, put grass and trees and all that sort of stuff all over this area. But I think that's nice. I like this. I reckon this will work quite nicely for us. We could even put one more over here, so hey, I'll show you what I mean. As soon as I put one here, it does that as well. To be honest, I actually kind of like that, but this I don't like, so no, that one I don't, because that doesn't look nice. After sightseeing, I sell those perfect emeralds to Johnny Boy, and looks like they would sell for maybe the same amount as a good value chunk emerald. But I also got those shards, so I'm a huge fan of this. I also remembered I need to try out these first aid kits. Today is the day, I think. Also, yes, another charging bay from Frankie Boy. I gear up with my usual stuff, and I get ready to try out the hot level of the mines. Let's see what this new place is all about. Alright, looks very hot, and we have this, but we can't see far enough, actually. So interesting, righto. I explore and I find large bottles wrapped in rope, I guess. I can pick it up, but I don't know what to do with this. I throw it into the emerald thing for some reason, but then discover I can hit it and it breaks. Looks like it's large bottles of oil or water. I do need to watch my step. I nearly fell into the lava there. But for a moment I feel like I'm stuck, surrounded by pools of lava and I can't get anywhere. What's the purpose of coming to this level? I finally use my brain and I throw one of these bottles into the lava, and this makes what looks like a walkable space down below. So these are bottles of water, and with this newfound knowledge I can finally move around down here. I have my first encounter with something here. Oh Jesus. Ow. Oh, why am I running like this? What's going on? I think they have an attack that makes you go the opposite way, like inverted. I feel like that guy just inverted me. Yeah, the little bastard inverted me. This is true. When I got hit there, my controls became inverted, so I quickly ran in all the wrong directions and died. An opportunity to use the first aid kits for the first time, and they seem to have 3 uses. They heal a little bit of health each time. I try to fight what looks like these little humanoids again, but I make another misstep and I drop into the lava. I want to run away, but I realize I can't jump onto this higher platform to get back home. I have to fight these little guys to get to the bottles behind them to use them to make a path again. I get burnt again in the process. I finally kill one, but it drops no loot, which is outrageous. I'm back at the start, but still really keen to figure out the purpose of this room. I try mining, but these just bring down stalagmites that drop nothing. The map is similar to the mines. I can't see anything. I do see these flame jellies, or tiger jellies if you're a Stardew Valley fan. So, verdict. At first, I'm not a fan of this place. I found nothing all day, so I do make the choice to restart this day. I redo everything I did before, but I make a change. I take my glider into this place this time. Now, here we are again. Okay, this is definitely going to help us. Yeah, this is the way to move around in here. And I think I see something over there. Yes, I do. It's an ore of some kind, and seeing as I researched beforehand, I know that this is Baconium ore. Here's the thing, you need to lug this back to the elevator, and as I've been flying I didn't bother making a pathway. As you can see, it's quite a trip back. I decide to make a marker where it is and make a path this way. I do get harassed by the locals, of course. And when I do have a decent path, I go back for this previous ore. Please take note here. It was a high jump and I thought I'd quickly drop the ore here and make another path around it. But when I came back, it had vanished without a trace. Past me had no idea why. Current me does, so I'll leave this a mystery until past me figures it out. He didn't have much time to think because that was literally a horde of jellies following him. I go further along this path I had already made to see if I can find another ore, but I didn't. I found one in another direction. I thought about chopping it up. You can't chop them up? Guys, come on, that is not fair. That is genuinely not fair. So I methodically made another path again. As I jackhammer up these barrels, I also break the path underneath them, which turns out to be black marble paths and they look really schmick. Now back to that gauntlet of carrying and dodging, but I successfully achieved my mission and I got 3 Baconium ore for my efforts. I'm looking for another one, and as I do, I see a giant room here. I finally find the entrance and I'll leave the clip playing here for a moment. Oh wow, okay. Oh, f me, okay. Yeah, now that's annoying. These guys, they hit you with a thing that inverts you. And that is genuinely annoying. Well, I say this, but look at that. A perfect aquamarine, some pickaxe axe, and a tally jumper remote, which will become my favorite thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna call my loss there. Those guys have a nasty debuff, like a really bad debuff on you. Yeah, let's go back up. The thing is, I don't think it's their attack specifically, but when I get hit hard enough and it makes me disorientated. I figure this out later. For now, I give this remote a go, and it looks like I can teleport to any tower, and I can also charge this thing, which is a huge bonus. Now, day 153 started rough, and it ended rough, but with good loot. The next day is also going to be a good one. It starts with Frankie Boy sending me that large charging bay and also sending me 5,000 dinks, saying that it's pocket money, but really he's saying thanks for everything I do for the town. Very sweet of him. It's also a lazy Saturday apparently, because all my wombats are still sleeping even as I milk them. That perfect aquamarine sold for 86,000, which was nice, and I decide to spend a solid day back in that hot level. My strategy changes. I look for Baconium ores, ping it on my map, and then make the path first and make sure I can actually run that path and then retrieve it. Luckily this one was 5 meters from the elevator. This is number 2. That is number 3. That would be number 4, and this is combo number 5. Today I have landed 15 Baconium ore, and when I add it to my existing pile, I have 22, more than double what Frankie Boy needs. But of course, he's the only twat who's not with the whole town here today in the tuck shop. And because it's Sunday tomorrow, I don't know whether or not he will accept this on his day off. I was planning on going to the reef anyways. But I get flashbacks of a certain bug contest when a certain Johnny Boy cheated me out of a trophy when I see that Julia is visiting the next day. I have plans, and straight away Frankie Boy is a part of those plans. I find him on my doorstep like it was meant to be. He automatically has a quick look at all these ores and on the spot comes up with new inventions. He says I need to come and see him, which means it's tomorrow as it's Sunday today. That's fine with me. This is going to be the highlight of today. Thank you for the marlin. I'll just take that and I'll cook this up and sell it. Who the hell throws away this thing into the bin? Some guy just went and chucked this living fish into the bin, which I now will toss onto this thing here, and that's going to cook me up a lot of meat. Oh god, that's funny. That poor creature, goodness gracious me. I buy a pass to the island reef. I'm here specifically for a few critters and such, one of which is this sea sponge, and this Triton's trumpet 5 seconds later. That was very quick, so quick I had to kill time the rest of the day because the next thing isn't until night time. I cut down a lot of plants and seeds because I think some of these would look really nice in my future town. I think about that fish again. Why would someone just toss that giant marlin in the bin? I mean, John is literally just across. Oh, right, it's Sunday, of course. You can't sell to John on Sunday, so that person just said, "F it." They just rage quit, did they? Anyhow, the night comes and I find that thing I was looking for, a purple-winged mantis. I also find another shark statue, the same type Aubrey and I found, but I give it a little bit more thought this time. The words, 5 treasures golden to my mouth you feed, is the hint. I need to give this thing 5 treasure keys. That's going to be for next time. I make a donation to Theodore in the morning. There is another alpha croc on the loose, which means it's a chance to get another tooth I need for my weapon. Firstly, I speak to Frankie Boy about his new inventions. The first lot I see is improved versions of each tool. They are costly. Very costly. So far as I'm aware, they are better than the original ones, and they do not break when the battery dies. They're also quite expensive resource-wise. This Harvac catches my eye. I have seen this before by this time. It's like a vacuum you use to gather up things, like walking through my orchard and sucking up all these fruits kind of vacuum. There's also a blast furnace, improved table saw, solar panel, and a auto sorter. All of these are really catchy to me, and that Harvac. The improved tools not so much. The furnace I will need first to actually refine the Baconium. This thing just needs 10 Baconium ores, not the bar, so yes, this is going to be purchase number 1. That is for tomorrow, and for today, an alpha croc needs to be slain. This mighty slingshot once killed a shark. It should work fine here. Of course, I make it as unfair as I can for the croc. Hey buddy, what are you gonna do? This is cheesing it so badly, but it's okay. I also get another call in the middle of this. Maybe someone's trying to call me out on my unfair advantage. Okay, fine. I decide to finish him off by hand. Got him. Okay, cool. Yes, we got it. Beautiful. That is actually wonderful news. Okay, that is actually fantastic news. We just need to find Allmate now. So we're gonna go for it. Yep, so I just have to wait for Ted Sally again. I haven't seen him in ages, actually. So of course I waste time looking for him today. But fun fact, I don't see him again until much later. I close off my park area, seed it with grass, and I build a hedge. I build a path down here, using that mossy brick tile to suit the future vibes. I make a secondary staircase leading out of this area, and I finish by planting even more grass. In the morning, I'm ready to do some baconium smelting, and this blast furnace will help in this endeavor. It's quite big, and it does look like it's a 5-to-1 ratio as well, meaning I have 2 bars worth right now. Yeah, so now I have a reason again to do the mining and the money making and all that sort of stuff. So there's reasons for me to do this again. I want the baconium stuff, so I'll have to have a look at the very first thing I want. The first thing I'm thinking about getting is maybe that Harvac, as this will help ease that money making process, and mainly for the orchard grind. If you can recall, that was 10 baconium bars, meaning 50 ores worth. It's a short while later and my first bar is ready to go, so it takes a little bit to smelt. I read a little bit about the other wishes here, and I was thinking about changing it to the dangerous wish, as it makes things hit harder, but they do drop more loot. Apparently it makes Ted Sally visit more often as well. But fun fact, no. I buy this ADM machine from Melbourne because it'll be nice to have access to my savings when I want to. It looks right at home, right in front of the bank. I look right at home in the first level of the mines. Why? Well, I don't have any emerald shards. To get the emeralds, I need to do the first level to get the ruby shards, to go to the undergrowth, to get emeralds and the shards. I actually like this design, utilizing all 3 levels of the mines this way. I find only 1 ruby, but it seems like you will always get 4 shards from a chunk and maybe the perfect gem, so it looks like it's a single pass to the next level, which is really all I need. I remembered this tele remote thing, but it says it has no network down here. Fair enough. And while I'm back up, I start to think that I would also like to revamp my crafting section as well before the end of this video. Maybe that auto sorter can be used in this endeavor. I've noticed that food doesn't heal you anymore, like it used to. They're mainly used for buffs, which is fine, and it seems you can eat 3 things before you're full, allowing for 3 separate types of food buffs. Or if you eat 3 high quality cheeses, like me, I've noticed that these buffs just stack. I never checked if the attack from the sausage roll stacks, unfortunately, but I kept the same meals. Sausage rolls, high quality cheeses, and those water brews for mining. I never strayed from these meals, to be honest. Maybe the odd meat on a stick. Anyways, the undergrowth today, as I got those ruby shards yesterday. I always forget the mine passes though. The asshole will allow me to go once into the mines like the dumbass that he is. It always bothers me, it really does, that he has the monopoly on the mines, for whatever reason. Anyways, down below a treasure room and I find my first emerald. I love it when I get a perfect emerald as well on the occasion. I fight heaps of these grubs for some of those prizes as well, but I take note of the loot, which is the raw grub meat. I get a bit of it and I wonder if this will work in the fish traps. I also find a bottle of clouds in a chest down here with the description, should I open it? Might be the same thing as a rain totem from Stardew Valley. I finally use my Z function camera angle to help me see into the next room. Like here I can see that there is no room, so I won't use a key going through this door. I'm going to do this going forward and looking into the rooms from the outside to see whether or not it's worth going inside. Like on this occasion, I can only see grubs in there. I'm not paying keys for that opportunity. But later I find a stone wand in a chest, and you're going to see how this thing works shortly. I take 16 shards home today, so 4 payments to go to the hot level. Above ground I see a meteorite shower. That is a shooting star. Make a wish, people. I'll make one. I wish to be able to take my YouTube career full time. Okay, I heard something then. Before I investigate, yes, this gross grub meat does work in the fish traps. I have 31 of these. It saves me having to use meat that I can use in my cooking. I was looking for Allmate Ted Sally again, but I come across what made that noise before. What is probably a hot meteorite, but sure, I pick it up with my bare hands. I looked this up because I was curious. Yeah, so I can either sell this thing, or I can break it open and it could have baconium ore in it. it can go for upwards of 400,000. So yes, Johnny Boy offers me just under 700,000 dinks for this. He casually says, oh look, a meteorite, like it comes around every day. I'm not fussed about money anymore. So I go ahead and I break it open for 5 pieces of Baconium, which is 1 bar and a meteorite chunk. For this chunk, John offers me 18,000. Which is significantly less. I don't know if this was the better choice, but I don't need the dinks as much as I do Baconium ore. After a sale today and a deposit, I have 5 million dinks in the bank. I spend the day down in the hot section. I find 2 Baconium ores in one place, which is an absolute bounty, and I found 8 of them today in total, which is 24 ores, making progress towards that Harvac. I wake up to this in the morning. Here's some lamington. Don't worry about how long it's been sitting in your mailbox. Eat it, it'll be fine. Thank you. I think I will indeed eat this today, because we are going to be going to the very dangerous place again, also known as hot. You heard him, back to the mines. And today wasn't as good as yesterday. I got into a big scuffle with this dwarf entity who likes to set me ablaze. I set my emotions ablaze when I can confirm that they do indeed drop nothing, even though they are tough enemies. I also figured out why my other Baconium ore disappeared that one time. Damn it! Okay, so it was the fire last time that destroyed it. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think last time it was barely touching lava. The more you know. Mainly, the reason it was hard today was because these guys kept camping the mine elevator. Also, if you pay attention here, these bottles do kill those flame slimes when they are hit by it. It's good to know. I eventually leave with 9 Baconium, but this will make it enough to buy me that Harvac. Except it just hit 4 PM. Frankie Boy is closed now, and he's closed for the weekend, meaning no Harvac for me. Also, I wasn't a fan of that dangerous wish. I just changed it to the fortuitous one, as this improves luck, like finding things or events become more frequent, like that meteorite shower. I hammered down on my quarry again in the morning. I've been adding a little more to it. I love this area. It's not bad. So that is 1 round of doing all this stuff. That's very good. Getting quite a lot of things. However, there weren't a lot of things, particularly Baconium ore down below today, but I did become nostalgic. For some reason, this reminds me of The Legend of Zelda. I think maybe the lava cave, the volcano cave, where you meet the Gurons. And I get this feeling from it. Memories aside, today was a bus trip. I only got 6 ores. Now here's an interesting tip. Sitting will cause you to recover health faster. Now that is interesting. How do I sit? Where's sit? Accelerate. How does one sit in this game? Ah, you mean on a chair? I guess it'll be on a chair. But you don't have a chair when you're in the mines. Well, that doesn't help, does it? So Johnny Boy is my least favorite villager. Guess who's my favorite? Frankie! Oh, Frankie! G'day, mate. It is time to do something, musketeers. I've been putting it off, but it's time to slowly relocate the whole town. My house is first, and each movement of a building will cost me 25,000. I might need a sleep sack tonight, which Fletch gives me. I give my home its new location. It's getting time to really hammer down on this town relocation. Today, I'll sort this park area. A tree has grown naturally here, so I'm gonna leave that here. With 2 printers, I can make quick work of any elevation goals. Also, as I'm gliding here, do you see that random rock in the road here? Yeah, that was me, and I'll clean it up, but I'll show you how I did it because I did it by accident off camera. A hedge goes all the way around the park. I place down 3 pergolas on one side. Nice, that is actually straight in the middle. Very nice. That is actually really nice, I like that. And I spruce the place up a bit with fauna and brick planters. I make some garden arches and surround the entire area with hedges as well. I plant random trees around and I magically plant rocks with this stone wand thing because I want this area to have a natural feel to it. And finally, a place for people to sit. Yep, I am having a good time decorating. I'm at Franklin's again and I look at some stuff and I see something I haven't before. The advanced slingshot, and I need 2 of these for the auto sorter. That's for later. Right now, Allmate can work on a Harvac for me. Always a day, he says. No matter how hard the thing is, no matter how expensive it is, this guy will always get it done the next day. Like, if that is not service, then I don't know what is. Also, here's my house up here now. I like it. There we go. This is where I'll be sleeping from now on. Nice. I like it a lot. Get in here. Boom. Yeah, some of this stuff is all over the place, but you know, it's fine. Walk out. There you go. Beautiful day out here. I'll still fine-tune around it, and yeah, the inside is horrid and I'll do something about that later. But later this day, this little demon gets a pot shot on me, which proves to be my demise. I need one more over here. Ow, ow, ooh, 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 that's rough. For sake. Yeah, in future I avoid these guys completely, they're just not worth the fight. Stealing these black marble paths are worth it because I have a plan for them later. And although I died, I still walked away with 27 pieces of Baconium ore. I think I'm getting the hang of this level. Or maybe I just need to die more often. Now, because I'm paying like 2 million dinks for stuff from Franklin, I continue making bread because I need to make money again. This is Franklin, hard at work by the way. I wake up to a beautiful new view, and the sight of this vacuum is also glorious. And this is even more beautiful. Franklin has sent us the hard vac. Oh yeah boy. I think this thing is just going to completely vacuum up. Yes, look at that. There's a few stragglers, but that's okay. I will do this at night still. The day is proper working hours. I've been looking for Teddy Boy periodically and still not finding him, so I spent some opals making these advanced crafting stations. They're able to reach into storage boxes a few tiles out. So if my storage management is bad, that's fine so long as it's bad close by. The cooking table is next, and when I place it down, I see I actually have ingredients for a lot of delicious meals. I just never knew because it was all over the place. Sadly, I've used all of my emerald shards, which means it's down to the normal mine level again today to get rubies, to get to the undergrove, to get back to the hot. It's a ladder system. It's nice. It feels good knowing that I can deal with these annoying bats. Those dwarf things are a real nightmare. I use my new Z camera trick to check these rooms. Just a chest and not a ruby? Well, no need to waste 2 keys getting in there. But there is a ruby in this one, so 2 keys are worth this room. I got 2 rubies today, meaning I can go to the undergrove twice. During the nighttime, I do my orchard stuff, and again, I love this Harvac. The orchard work continues into the morning. Look at all those jams. I want to keep Franklin busy, and I have a hard think about it, and I decide the solar panel might be a good idea, as this will speed up my blast furnace. I then sell 12 Kwangdong jams to Sheila for over 100,000, as it's top thing for them today on this occasion. It's also an undergrove kind of day. A dangerous one. Look at this. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're in a predicament here. Luckily there is this small island, and these guys hate water, so I can kill them one by one. I found a whole treasure room area with lots of emeralds, 5 to be exact. I have 20 emerald shards, so 5 trips down to Lava Town it is. No perfect emeralds for money, but I did find 1 fossil to cover the cost, so it's no worries. Would you believe me if I told you that I'm still processing jams and brews even this night? Something that'll be more useful during the day is the solar panel Franklin just sent me in the mail. But what's next? I'm not too fussed about the improved tools. I know I've broken my dirt printer several times, but it's not that important for me to have these improved tools. Look, I would like to see what this improved table saw and auto sorter are all about. The sorter will be for later, but I can get an improved table saw now. The solar panel should also make them faster, as well as the blast furnace. I do a quick test to see how quickly it smelts iron now, and I'm delighted that for 5 iron ores I get 2 iron bars, so this thing is more efficient with the resources as well. I'm going to do these hot mines until winter. New critters and stuff will pop up then, so I have a few days. Also, I stuffed 3 cheeses into my face. I have a huge health and stamina pool as a result. Oh, I'm not fighting anything down there, so fortitude is the way to go. Look, the lava level wasn't good today. The Baconiums were far and wide, but I managed to scrape in 12 ores, so okay, that's not too bad. This new table saw looks pretty schmick. As you know, the base one does it 1 at a time. These guys do 10 at a time. No resource efficiency here, just 10 palm logs for 10 palm planks. All it really does is save time and a few clicks. but I like it anyways. I'm against getting a second furnace just because it's so expensive, and I can't just smelt the bars at nighttime, so I get a second improved table saw. I also notice a milestone. What's this milestone? Deep down in the shifting mines is dangerous, but you've been there a bunch. Here's a milestone for entering the mines. So out of the 66 days since yesterday, 50 days I've gone into the mines, which is a third. I've spent a third of my playthrough going into the mines. Goodness gracious me, that is insane. As if that wasn't enough, I'm there again today. Here's a tip. Remember to actually jump when using the kite. You're kidding me, you're kidding me, you're kidding me? Of course. Well, despite that, I still ended up with 21 Baconium ores. The next day was the same, except I copied Linus a bit from Stardew Valley, and I found a bounty. A fake mustache. Really? Okay, well. Yep, I'm keeping this on for the rest of the playthrough. That is a mighty fine looking mustache. After I farmed my ores this day, I chipped away at the town project, which is always going on. I'm tending to my animals on the morrow, and I don't notice that it's the first day of winter. I finally lock eyes again with this ringing guy who's annoying me some. I had a look and saw that he sells a few festive type things. I'm not really interested, and on I go. I was supposed to look for pedia things, but as I don't realize that it's winter, I got fixated on building a bridge today. I decided on a location for it, but I had a slight mishap with it unfortunately, but I get it fixed in no time. My idea for this place would maybe be Rain's farming place. I notice that it's winter when I wake up, and I decide that I need to look for a few things today. I also vacuum up these grass seeds, which is really nice, and I have a really nice chest of stuff to sell here. I'm waiting for Sheila to offer top dink for fairy bread, and as you can see, I have 700 of it. I forgot to activate the bountiful wish for the occasion, but I do find one of the bugs I'm looking for quite quickly, which is this Goliath stick. Gotcha, mate. I caught a Goliath stick. You're all mine. Beautiful. I use that tally remote and I can teleport from right here in the middle of the jungle right back to town. This will come in useful later. So here's a painful task. One that actually takes a few days. Longer actually. The blue sea slug and the blue ringed octopus. One is in winter all day, and the other one is winter at nighttime. The wiki classifies them as very rare and super rare. I'm in for a bad time. I didn't have this wish active before, so I go ahead and do this now, but I don't know if this affects the critters. So yes, I'm going to be doing this for a few days, maybe a week. It was painful. A shark is not an octopus or a slug. This jacaranda tree is neither of those things, but I started buying these in between because I wanted to use them. Oh look, not the critters I'm looking for. Here's my other boat. Speaking of the devil, do you remember this one where I got lost to the ether? Oh, that's funny. I see snow for the first time when I wake up this morning. Rain also sent me a baseball cap. Thank you, Rain. I look like a I look like such a dad. Yeah, I look like such a dad with this one, which is now applicable actually. So there you go. Oh, it's beautiful. I found a giant snowball? Yep, and apparently John will buy this 3.8 kilogram snowball for 500 dinks. Bargain. I also have this area elevated and ready. I'm also ready to sell these 700-ish fairy bread to Sheila, and she's prepared to give me 2.6 million dinks. Bloody bargain. I also walk in on something. Before we continue on, let's go ahead and do this. That looks... I think I'm interrupting something here. I go vacuum some fruit. I vacuum some waddle. This one is particularly satisfying, and I'm happy knowing that my orchard is so big that my Harvac runs out of juice before I'm done. I can easily charge it, which is quite nice. I also realize this place may need to be bigger, otherwise Rain is going to take a step outside right into the wheat fields. Nah. More space is required. Of course, you know what happens next. You're joking me. Well, it's a good thing I'm nearly done with this stuff. You heard him, printing is nearly done. Looks like I'm just gonna go forth with the one. I don't want to keep spending opals and miss out on that weapon I've been longing for. Hey, I can see Jimmy out there. He's not a Ted Sally, but he's someone else. Allmate sells a key cycler, and this thing grabs my attention, turning unwanted relics into keys. So after I go withdraw some money, I get this thing, and I have a wee little bit of a look this night for those 2 rare specimens. At home, I put down this key thing and I throw in some air hats to see how long this takes. It took 3 air hats there, by the way. I get the impression that Brain is trying to accessorize me, because she sent me a sailor shirt. Looking mighty fine, I must say. You know what else is fine? Did I put my compactor in there? Nah, we have an extra compactor. Nice. Now that is genuinely something appreciated. Now if someone could throw away a dirt printer, that would make me very happy. That's wishful thinking, but what I can plan for is getting seeds of every kind from Rain when I can. Season specific ones as well, like these winter carrot seeds. I want a chest with every single thing to make me happy. This key cycler thing makes me happy as well. It has churned out a single key for me in exchange for 3 air hat things. Each relic has its own different ratio, like those smooth slates are a 2 for 1 key. But I am a fan of this, it solves my key supply dilemma. Maybe I'll get another one. I go slay another alpha crocker who has gotten a little careless, and I carelessly look around for those 2 aforementioned specimens, for the rest of the day in fact, with no success. This carried on to the next day. I'll be honest, it's not a highlight of the game. Hey developers, I'm sure that a Critters book would have crossed your minds. It surely crossed mine dozens of times. I can't stomach Critter searches for too long, so I switch it up. I noticed I'm running low on hot cylinders, so I do a bit of a treasure hunt for old time's sake, and I think I have this farming area size figured out. Finally, I plant some grass around the perimeter and finish it off with a hedge to add to the farming feel. I add a hedgeway into the farming spot, and I think these mossy tiles also add a nice feel to it. Rain is going to have her own little park area next to her house, so another hedge divider it is. A couple of garden lights, a couple of trees, and I get the idea that the jacaranda trees would be a very good idea to really liven up Rain's area. I've never seen them, by the way, and I'll showcase this place again with the tool. I make a choice the next morning. Alright, that's it. We're opening this up. What does this do? It gets thicker. The air gets thicker. Right. Okay. The air just got thicker, apparently. I'm assuming that thing summons rain. Guess what I'm doing later? I have to say, anyone who has done this book, the pedia and stuff, 100%, yeah, you've got some determination. Now, here's something new. I jump in after some bubbles, but these are different. That has to be it. That is it. That is it. That is it. Okay, keep my eye on it. Keep my eye on it. So yeah, this one is a moving target. A fast moving target. Seriously? Okay, I see where you are. Okay, I see you, I see you. Okay, man. Okay, I see it. It's very quick, isn't it? Okay, I can't lose it. I have to find it again. Where are you, little demon? There you are. Not only that, they make it the fastest thing that's ever existed. Now that is rage-inducing. They actually make it so it runs away from me. Are you joking me? So I lost it until later this night again. It's there. Okay, so. Why would you make something like this? Why is this a thing? I'm James Bendon. I didn't find it again, and I wasn't going to try past the late stage, because your guy gets tired at this point, slowing you down, which would make this impossible. However, I've now seen it, so I have renewed energy for this the next day. As you can see, I have some coconut things that give me a movement speed buff, as well as that very stale Lamington Clover sent me in the mail a little while ago. I was not taking any chances. I spot him quickly this time, and I buff up. Got him. Okay. People, I am old. I don't want this kind of stress. stress in my life. Okay, let's swim to shore. Small and highly venomous, but I'm carrying it in my hands. For my generosity and for my, I don't know, daring to catch a poisonous thing. I continue with the moving of the buildings and I decided on Rain's greenhouse tonight. I chuck it down where it belongs. You get a glimpse of some additional stuff I added to the area, all you lucky viewers. As it's been several days, I looked up a guide to finding the blue sea slug. It mentioned looking at the edge of the map, so I went there. Interesting. Okay. Right, so I didn't see anything out here, but for some reason, my helmet light became much stronger. This persisted when I rode back into the map, and I have a very clear vision of all the marine life under the surface of the water. No need to look for bubbles because I can see everything. Especially another octopus on the left there, can you believe it? The cheeky bugger. Now, this night I didn't see the slug, but I do see Rain in a new town the next morning. A bit lonely and bare, I admit, but I'm about to take this town development into overdrive. Also, should I be Theo's wingman? Why would Sheila would like a photo of Theodore. It's a little bit creepy, but there you go, Theo. You're in, mate. You're in, mate. Now look at this massive sale I'm about to make to old Johnny Boy. A whole 1.6 million worth of dinks. Who carries that much in their cash till? Anyways, I'm moving the tuck shop this night. It helps having the foundation planned out, so 1, 2, 3, you're done. Frankie Boy strikes me as someone who would appreciate a pine forest, so I'm going to hide his home among some pine trees. All homes will have garden beds, it's just the right thing to do. Doing this vision light glitch thing is not the right thing to do, but you know what? It does say that this sea slug is incredibly rare. And I have seen a couple of people post online on Reddit and stuff that they're saying, you know, they've never seen this thing before in their lives. What the hell kind of fish is that? That's a blobfish. Focus, mate. And after a short while, it's hard to see. It's right there. There we go. Got it. Okay. Look at my guy, he's just like, oh thank God. I know, finally. This is what Sheila's place looks like the next morning. Very nice. I like it. I really do. It's just a shame that I can't put tables and stuff underneath these pergolas. But it's fine, people can always come in and sit down here. So it's not really that much of a concern, I don't think. But yeah, there you go. This slug took a full 7 days to find. I was curious on how much it sells for. That is heaps, but of course this cretin is going straight to the museum. Here's a pedia update. 1 fish left, 3 bugs and 3 critters. Oh, so close. Frankie's house is next, but after I slapped it down, I realized I messed it up. Well, that one will take a few extra days now. Do you see this open barren space here? This is going to be Fletcher's new home. I decided that this one needs to be elevated a bit, and my favorite tune to hum comes on. Dun, 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 dun. As this was on raised ground, I decided that the wood foundations look dumb. I think this needs to be on solid cement foundation, that makes sense, but these will be hidden by planter boxes anyways. A road is up in due time, looking good, looking good. And as the sun sets, I have a basic design around it as well. I also felt that 2 jacaranda trees were needed here. What else was needed was to fix up the placement of Frankie Boy's house. I wasn't pleased with it. Also, I'm sure that John must be hungover, because look at this. John's like, oh crap, I'm late. Did he just run past his own shop? Oh, that's funny. He runs so fast that he runs past his own shop. Mate, 10 points to Hufflepuff there for you. I then spruced up Fletcher's area with lots of fauna. I like using these green shrubs and ferns, but I was running low on them as they were also an ingredient for the hedges, so I made more garden spawn points for them. I then taught some of the wildlife. You can never catch us, mate. You're just not gonna... You can't do it, eh? Yeah, you can't get up here, can you? Go on, I dare you. I continued to buy future potential farm seeds, and I always buy these jacaranda trees from Rain. I crafted up a lot of cement fences because these will be the fences around the entire town. I make those 3 sprinklers for Rain's farming location, and I completely forgot that they needed to be in range of a water tank. something I've forgotten the design. So, because I forgot it, it just went outside the perimeter. Well, we are ready to start some small scale farming here now. I then placed those cement foundations around the entire boundary of the town, followed with cement fences with those stone lanterns on some corner points. And later this night, I start to figure out John's future location. The next morning, it's snowing, so Jimmy is here and I'm keen to get another key cycler as I'm a fan of this thing. I moved Frankie's house again, and I wanted that extra foundation boards in front of his house because I wanted a chest of relics here for future commissions. I put the key cyclers in front of his place for ease of travel, as I'll be doing this quite often. Now, it is no secret that I'm not a fan of John, and seeing as he's a clumsy oaf, I thought I'd put his place on some elevated ground, make a bit of a trip hazard for him. As I'm trying to figure this out, Franklin comes to investigate what's going to be his future neighbor's place. This is how I'm getting on with it this night. This is what I meant by having a box of relics in front of Frankie Boy's house. I'm placing Fletcher's house down next. You can see those jacaranda trees are really quite big, and I've also planted pine trees around the area. It's a town hall building, so it needs to have a majestic entrance. I placed down whatever statues I've hoarded in the last 180-ish days, and after fiddling around, I came up with this thing. I wanted to use more lighting options, and this wooden lamppost sounded good, but the way it connects to a fence was awkward, especially since I had cement fences, so I didn't use these. Nope, I stuck to these copper bulbs every 7 or so tiles for the main road. Now there was an awkward space in front of Fletcher's place, so I quickly grabbed 2 flower pots and that seemed to do the trick. John's shop has gone down next, but this empty space behind his shop really gives me the stink eye. So a foundation is prepared, just a flat elevation because I think it might be weird to place Erwin's barn on elevated ground. I only do half of the planter boxes I normally do for this occasion. I personally don't like gum trees. I have plenty of them in the bushland behind my house, so I have gum leaves in my yard as a result. But I think gum trees suits the vibe for Erwin, so that's what I did. This is going to be one magnificent location for a barn. Now obviously it's been months since Aubrey has visited, and I forgot that she gave me this statue. Why do I have a creepy statue? Seriously? Well, turns out it can be a storage container, so I will use it as such. Anyways, her place has been sitting there for quite a while. It's time to move it into its nook, but I had run low on palm planks, so I was about to chop some down, when I finally hear what I want to hear. But for some reason it's... Okay, we have just found old mate. I did not expect to run into him. Hey, buddy. I don't have any of the stuff on me, but I have my teleport remote, and with it I use a function, which is to create a signal. Now I should be able to teleport home and come back to the spot. I see something weird though. It's taken me like 80 days. What the hell? Did they all just fabricate out of my poop chest, did they? Yes, they did, and I also mentioned 80 days. It was actually 59 since I really started actively looking. I had been searching before then as well, but it had been a long time since I saw him. Once I have what I need, I tell the remote to call signal, which I did just before, and it takes me back to where I was. Very handy. You can make one signal at a time, and it works for the entire day. Anyways, I peruse Old Mate's weapons, and new weapons, seeing as there have been updates and I haven't seen him in so long. There was a bone bow, which I will track and I will get sorted later tonight to help with those little dwarfs down below. The arrows for it will be a bit expensive, however. A balloon sword, despite the fact that it's made from a ruby shard. A star saber, which is very powerful, and also expensive. I can see where those perfect gems are utilized. I shouldn't get distracted too much. I finally get the alpha spear I wanted since my first 100 days video. This is it in action. Nice, look at that. That's a lot of power. I then go get that bow, and as many arrows as I can make. You're gonna have to wait for a test though. The next morning. Hey Johnny boy. Look, he's in his new place, and looks like he's already stuck. He stepped on top of the thing, has he? No, he hasn't. Can you fall off it? He can fall off it. Well, it's a bit of a trip hazard, mate, but you know what? I think you're gonna be fine. After such a cheerful chat to John, I set up Erwin's barn in its new spot. Oh, I can't wait. In the meantime, it's Sunday and I want to go to the Holiday Island spot. I collect a bit of foliage again, but I am here for a reason. The reason takes me to the skies and I start looking for sharks. No, not the fleshy ones that I once took down with a slingshot about 100 days ago. Also not what I'm looking for, but I want to mention this quickly. These trees look really nice. I mean, these are absolutely gorgeous trees. I wish I realized I could take the seeds and plant them back home. Damn it. But this is what I was looking for, that shark statue. The astute would have noticed the keys I have on my person. Well, 5 keys are in the statue now, and it begins to hum. A moment later, it gives me a treasure map. X marks the spot. I actually give the shark 2 sets of keys, and I check again. I have 2 X marks the spot locations now. The first one is here, and it's a blue chest. I like blue. A good find already, but within this hidden bounty, 2 pieces of baconium and a key to replace one of the spent ones. The next one was here, a green chest. And at first I was like, meh, not that great, until I opened that blueprint. A sailboat? A wind-powered boat? Are you joking me? That sounds amazing. I'm definitely going to live my One Piece fantasies. So come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams. Together we have found everything that we're looking for. One Piece. It's a bit expensive, but as you've noticed, I'm quite the One Piece fan, so I absolutely will make this. Oh, yes? Hell yeah, look at this thing. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is significantly quicker than a little rowboat. My guy's just loving it. He's like, yeah! Let's go back to where it all began. I mean, this is how you park a boat, isn't it? Sweet, there we go. Nice. Right at the wharf. Beautiful. Right, let's head home. At home, I have a few pieces of mail. Sally has sent me a room divider. This could actually help with the future house organization. And Clovis sent me 10,000 dinks. I always go and see if there's dialogue with the villagers about this so-called drop money, but nothing ever eventuates. Well, I try to be honest. Erwin looks like he's nestled quite nicely here, and Aubrey's house is going to be elevated higher, I reckon. I need some sort of staircase and a road to lead to her house, of course. My farming seed chest is starting to look full as well. Look at all those seeds, some of which were jacaranda trees, so down they go here. Hey Aubrey, I think you liked purple, right? A bit of purple here, and wait till you see these trees. Now I need to rejig the future museum location. I have a little think while I harvest up all my fields. I think this will be my last time actually. Oh nope, scratch that last one. Here I am planting a field of wheat. I do start processing the sugarcane this night. At least with a windmill, it speeds it up. For some reason, I'm getting lots of mail these days. Here's a banger. What do you want, mate? It was nice to talk to you the other day. Thanks for being a good friend. Theodore, I haven't spoken to you in ages, mate. Speaking of Theodore, I am working on his humble abode next. I sometimes need to go and investigate the building a bit before getting into it, like what is the entrance like on this building, and I decide the museum, being full of things I've been donating, needs to reach the bloody sky. Speaking of raising the earth, I'm a big fan of this thing. Yeah, it is a good one, I concur. And on top of this plateau, the museum goes down. Don't blink because that was the final cut. I can't wait for these pine trees to grow, it's going to look awesome. Now what about the space between the museum, Aubrey's place and the town hall? While I think I tend to my animals, I've been doing chores every single day by the way, including making the processed products with all these base animal things. I then inhaled an entire orchard. The Harvac is such an awesome tool for this application. I zigzag between billy cans demonstrating what an awesome brewing technique I have. I am a master of course, and with all that work I decided it should be the bandstand location. The only thing is, when I look at it the next morning, I was hoping it would cover more of the palmwood foundations. Oh wow. I'm on the other side of town, a red barren landscape, but I will make it lively. I start by figuring out how I want the roads to flow through here, eventually settling on a very simple design. I decided the bank and Melvin's shop should be down here together, and concluded that the entrances will look like this. Back at the band station, I plant some trees and thinking I'll use some pergolas here, because that makes sense to me. Shade-giving things with more natural shade-giving things for an outdoor community gathering point. I'm a little bit peeved that I have to pick this thing back up so I can put some grass underneath it, but here we are. It's going to look very nice. Johnny Boy greets me in the morning. Haven't tripped down yet, have you? As I'm gliding here, you can see some future locations I have planned out. I slapped the bank on top of the 2-level elevation, thinking that it would look nice. Also, look how barren the old town looks at this point. It seems like I decided that the last few buildings will all be raised. There you have it. I was thinking maybe the telepad will go here, but I eventually changed my mind. The reason for it involved an epic story which I'll share when the time comes. For now, I hadn't really figured out anything with the airport, and to be blunt, the airport will stay where it is. Anyhow, it's getting to the point where the main work on the town is getting done, but I'm gathering flowers and such so I can plant things there. I will need to move all my chests full of craftables when the time comes. My god, it's an eyesore. Speaking of eyesores, no, I'm not really happy with where the bank is right now. It's too high. So how about we take that down one thing? Okay, we're gonna take that down one. Yep, all good. The bank and Melvin's will be swapped. And because it's swapped, the ADM is going to come right here as well. I reckon that'll be beautiful. Just like that. Come up, cha-ching, and go that way. I like it. I like it a lot. I reckon that's gonna be very sniffy. Beautiful. I wanted a secondary waterfall. There needed to be something else in this area. I'll make it a simple, straightforward one, so I raise the land a bit. I make it a step down sort of thing, with elevated ground around it for trees and such. At first the one step drop didn't look epic enough, so I changed it to a 2-step drop and I like this better. At the bottom I wanted the water to collect around what is going to be 2 jacaranda trees when I have the second one. And a short while later I've planted some pine trees and shrubs around the waterfall. I think it's going to look very sniffy. I discovered something I could do. I am a complete menace to these people. Jump on his head. Hop on his head. Jesus, I could jump on their heads. Oh goodness gracious me, such disrespect. Now what's a waterfall without some extra shade? I got a new hat the next day. Oh yeah, I look like a golfer. With a spear, of course. Of course. Now remember what I said about not putting the telepad over yonder because there's a funny story to it? Guess who's back today? Max. Remember, this is Theodore's younger brother, despite looking 10 years his senior. Do you recall what happened last time? I partook in the competition, didn't read the rules, lost badly, and I didn't think much of it, until I realized, oh wait, to make a fish pond, I must have a trophy. Well, today is my day. I know now that I can only catch barracuda. They're worth 1 point each, and I need to log my final score before 4 PM. Like 4 PM sharp, people. I sign up and the competition has begun. I like how I go and do other stuff first before going fishing. It seems like I have a lot of confidence in myself, but I have my raft and I go look for these monsters. This is one of the devils. They are fighters, by the way. They take a short while to reel in, so I try to row the boat just above them to minimize the catch time. This is number 2. You can hear my mild frustration here. Oh, jump in the boat, This is number 4, I believe, followed with a quick number 5. Right, so it's 3:31 PM. I'm in the middle of hooking this final barracuda. And listen to me fumble the remote here. No! Yes, oh. And from the looks of it, I'm abandoning ship. With literally 10 minutes, which is what, 20 real-time seconds, I log my score. Oh my god. Jesus, 10 seconds. Who's winning? Now I swear to God, John, if you come and clutch at the last second, I'm gonna murder you with a trowel. Let's see who won. Before checking the book, I sell these barracuda to Allmate. He buys 9 of them for 276,000, which is a bargain. Now I am certain I won. There was like 5 seconds to the clock. Alright. Who's me? Yes. Wait, excuse me? You're joking me. In those last 10 seconds, you're telling me that Johnny Boy caught 2 fish. Are you joking me? Are you actually pulling my leg right now? I have this on camera. I logged my catch at like 350 something and I was 2 points ahead of John. You're telling me somehow John snuck in here? You're unbelievable. At least it says I'm first, so I should be able to get the thing that I have rightfully earned. God damn it, John. You see, that's why I dislike that. You know, I gotta go have a bit of a word with him. You know, I call complete and utter shenanigans on John's bullshit. Yeah, there's no, that is bull. That is ridiculous. Wait, mate. You and I need to have a discussion, and I'm gonna hold this to your face so I can honest answer. Today went fast. Yeah, it's like he's laughing in my face. It's already the bloody Alpha. I'll see you later. I hate this man. Well, anyways, I should get that trophy now. And I'll make a fish pond in this little nook here. Wait till you see what fish I put in here. And not fishes, a singular fish. By the way, this is what this area is looking like now. And I decided to incorporate a few palm trees in the vicinity as well. Let us confirm it. And let's see here, fishing comp champ, oh yeah. Yep, looks like I got first, but I shared it with Johnny the Filthy Cheater. I'm a fan of this place, I'm really liking this. Oh, he's gonna walk out here, he's gonna have a view. He's gonna stand next to his belly buttons, he's gonna stand over here, put his hand on the thing, burn his hand a little bit, get a bit of a scolding, but appreciate the view. I'm loving it. Melvin, god damn it, I can't even see the... You're not getting your 10,000 back, mate. Yeah, Melvin sent me 10,000 in the mail and I tried to return it. He wasn't there, I checked. Also, if this isn't a chipmunk laugh, then I don't know what is. Beautiful. Yes, it is. Boom. I also seem to ramble and quote movies a lot while I play. Listen to this. As well, wherever it is, there it is. Oh, there it is. There you are. Come into the light, thief. Bilbo Baggins. What is a Baggins precious? I know what you are and what you are not. And you are not gods. You're not a god? How dare you? Who's watched The Road to El Dorado? Classic. Yup, I'm weird. Can't confirm. Guess what? I found a small pot in this recycle bin. A piss pot, if you will. Fascinating. What does it do? Is it just a small pot? Alright, there you go. You know, back in the old days, people used to, you know, pee in pots that were under the beds and stuff so they didn't have to go all the way out or something. Well, that's what I think about you, John. Speaking of which, I have forgotten I needed to make something, didn't I? Correct, I have forgotten about the fish pond. Only thing I'm missing is seaweed. So we need to go out and gather some seaweed, do we? Now how do I go about doing that? With bombs. Well, you can't argue with results. That is how you collect seaweed, ladies and gentlemen. You take a bomb into the ocean and you blow up the seaweed, thus allowing you to collect the rare specimens. So how about that fish pond? Oh, it's huge. It can actually fit perfectly well here. I might put it over here, actually. It does look nice here, but what fish do I add in here? No fish yet, but I tried the tropical grass in this section and I'm quite happy with it. The last thing I want to move is the visitor tent area. Well, that visitor is going to be right next to a lovely waterfall. It's getting to the point where I need to fill in all the gaps and put some furniture and stuff all around the town. This bus stop will be a good start. One at the end of the main road and one at the start of the main road. I placed some chairs around so people can actually sit, and I finished with the main road lighting. But I completely forgot about catering to people's need to relieve themselves. Well, one isn't enough, I'll have to make more. You know, sometimes, I remember one time, I was catching the bus, and I really had to go to the toilet. So, my wish was for a dunny. Classic. A little later, I'm on the open water, wrestling this marlin. Why, you ask? Alright, so... have you ever seen a marlin in a pond? Oh no, this is illegal. This is truly illegal. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh my god. Let's feed it a yabby. the fish look happy. If you don't know what a yabby is, it's a freshwater crustacean. Clearly what a marlin eats. I fed a marlin a yabby. Oh, this is so good. I start to put brick garden beds in the middle of the road, but all my crap is barring my way, so I start to wheel them out of here, and I try to find a spot for the bulletin board. Is it going to be better if the bulletin board is here? G'day mate, how do you like your piss pot? He is eternally grateful. I'll make your trip hazard even worse, mate. So as soon as you fall down, you just, crack your head open on the side. Wow, I am savage towards John. Deserves it though. I'm moving the visitor site, and I was going to go with hedges all around this one, but kind of disliked the way it looked. And when I saw how it was going to connect to the cement fences, I said, yeah, nah, not going to happen. This corner where all my junk was is cleaned up, and nice planter brick things are awaiting pretty flowers. While the town is coming to an end, I have my workshop area I also want to redesign, and I start to put thought into that. I sprinkle a few dunnies around the town as well, so hopefully there will never be a line. Well, that hole in the door would make it very awkward. I also went the standard planter boxes around the visitor tent. Now by the end of day 194, the town I felt was done, but I wanted to wait for some trees to grow so that I can show you what it looks like when I give you the full tour. In fact, not in winter, I'll wait till spring, so on to other things. I'm sizing up my workshop area the next morning. I want to keep it a designated cooking hub and a crafting hub. Something else I need to do is clean my house. I'm very thrilled about this prospect. Right. Oh my lord. I'm starting to really reconsider. Yeah, I've hoarded pretty much every single thing NPCs have given me. It's a mess, and I will eventually get to this house later. For today, I will start on the industrial area, is what I will call it. I start by picking everything up and tearing down the old paths around here. I want to do this industrial crafting section on those black tiles I got from the lava caves. I think these will look very schmick. I'm probably going to have a windmill for each area, and the windmill will be the central location expanding out. I fear I don't have enough black tiles. That means hot trips purely for more black tiles. What is not hot? Well, kind of, is the surface of the world as it's the final day of winter. I'm going to be spending it in the mines looking for those tiles, and I'm also going to take these weapons as I'm keen to try them out. I find my first victim. As you can see, I clearly have great archery skills. I eventually get the kill and immediately make a fool of myself. Ow. Well, it is all worth it for these black marble tiles. So knowing my luck, I am just here for those tiles. But on every collection of them, there's at least one little dwarf man. Often two. I was hoping for like an easy expedition, but oh well. This little fella was the first one to taste my alpha spare. I am killing him much quicker. That is a nice kill with the spear. Quite quick, a lot of DPS because of that earth shaking thing. Although I was really excited for this bow, I felt a little underwhelmed by it. I think it was the arrows. A bit of an effort to make them, and I kept missing, which makes it feel meh. It could also be my fault. So I got what I came for, 180 marble tiles, which later I've placed around this windmill. I try a few methods on how I want to set this up, but because I'm currently winging it, I'm not a fan. It's too chest heavy in the center here, I feel. It's the first day of spring, and I have mail from Melbourne. Hey, this guy has actually realized what I've done for the town. Thank you very much, Melbourne. That is hugely appreciated. I'm yet to show you guys the town tour. No, not yet. First up is the final fish I need for the pedia, and among these names I see a bunch of question marks. This is the golden perch. Next up are a few bugs, like the cicada that was sneakily sitting on the tree here. It's 4 hours later and I find the next fellow on my list, the stag beetle. I have but one bug left and I missed the morning opportunity for that one, but I grabbed that opportunity the next morning when I see my quarry, the ladybird. Okay, so pedia update again. 50 bugs, 42 fish, we have literally just 3 critters left. I find one of those critters shortly. Ooh, are you serious? Did I just find that one in the first go? Rock oyster? Rock oyster. Beautiful. That's one down. One more to go, which is the purple sea urchin. Before I find the next one, I need to make a quick detour. So I set a teleporting recall location on this rock in the middle of the ocean to teleport back to. I beamed myself home to buy a few seeds I wanted, like green beans and onions. I try to do the vision cheat thing again to help look for the next critter, but unfortunately it backfires and it makes my screen all murky. The only way to fix this is to reset the day, but I might as well sleep until the next one. So guess what I find on the morrow? Oh, this one looks promising. Ooh, this one looks very promising. Ooh, this one looks very promising. Purple sea urchin. We got it. Nice. That is very nice. You know what that means? That means that the last of the things that we can do for now has been done. Which means there's one thing left. And it's the purple mottled crab. And that's not until summer. So I'm kind of... my hands are tied until that's done. That's right, the last thing for my book isn't around until summer, 26 days away. Well, I am planning on doing a full tour shortly, so to prepare for that, I till up this small farm plot. I plant some good old classic wheat, and I toss up 2 scarecrows because I forgot about them. Just woke up here, it's day 200, it is technically the final day of what you would say I played 200 days, but there is still some more stuff that I want to do. Whew, look at that purple, that looks beautiful, mate. I'm liking that. There's still a couple of things that I still want to do before I would consider myself done with this game. This animal area needs to be revamped. The entire crafting section needs to be redone, and I want to clean up my house. There is that single critter left which will come later. There may be a few more machines that I want, but I definitely want this auto sorter. This takes an advanced slingshot, so today my mission is getting that bad boy. Too bad I don't realize it takes 2. They are in the undergrowth chests, and when the elevator comes crashing down into a key room, it's a good sign. Also, this alpha spear proves quite powerful against hordes of bugs. It's worth it because miraculously I find what I'm looking for. This is it? Yes, the advanced sprinkler. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I'm yet to realize I need another one, but I've played 200 days and I stopped recording every single day now, but I'm going to showcase a few things. This is day 204, so I want to show the people this. This is what I've done to this area thus far. I've expanded the animal area and I've taken it all the way out in this direction. So you can see it's one straight line. I've increased the entire water source. So we'll see how this is going to look in a little bit because I've planted trees and etc, etc. I still have that entire thing over here. I haven't changed that. That's all my storage that's yet to be moved. And this is what I've done thus far with the thingy place. So I've got this going at the moment. And I'm yet to fix out the storage. I still have to find a secondary long advanced slingshot to be able to make that item I really want. I moved the mine to over here because, yeah, no, I like it over here. It looks good. It suits. Now this is the big one. I've pretty much almost sorted out the entire food production area. So anything that's food is over here. Not that I'll be using it much anymore, but I just wanted to put everything here to make everything look nice, etc, etc. I'm quite happy with how this place turned out. I knew that the food production area had to be bigger than the metal production area, just because it's got a lot more machines. Like these take up a good 1/5 of the entire working space. And then you had all the billy cans and stuff. I managed to make it like in pathways and everything like that, so I'm quite proud on how this all actually came together. So I will still put, you know, the storage here and all that sort of stuff to make sure that everything is within range of this thing. All the storage is over there somewhere, so I've got to figure that out, but that's going to be for off camera until I finally figure it out. It's day 205, and I want to give you a full tour of the town, mostly unedited. So I said that I'll do a tour of the town at some point, so I'm going to do that right now. So it's the next morning, so it's day 205. I just showed off that place before, so let's just go with this. Never really fixed up this entrance, but I think it's fine. So what we're going to do is not have that selected. This is where my house is. So we got my house over here. Got like, you know, a bit of a tree situation going on over here. So I can sit on this thing. So this is going very well. See, I got a bit of a view going on. Going on side. I'll actually jump on top so you can see what it looks like. So this is where my house is. I'm quite proud of it. I really like these jacaranda trees. They look really nice. They look really nice. And these, what do you call this? Pergolas are really good as well. Coming down the stairs, we have this big, long, you know, street and all that sort of stuff. Sheila's waiting for a bus. That's probably never going to come. But here we have more pergolas going into her section. The tuck shop's over there. The only thing I'm a bit upset about is that these pergolas, you can't put anything underneath them. So that chair I picked up just before, anything that goes directly underneath it, it won't work. So that's unfortunate. But anyways, regardless, people can sit inside of here. So that's perfectly fine, and they can come and chill here if they so desire. Now going back here, we got a couple of these dunnies all over the place as well. So don't worry, people can go to the bathroom if they see fit. They can have a look at people, you know, walking by, which is pretty funny. We'll go here on the left for a second. This is the museum. I've elevated the museum to one level up. It's got some pine trees around it, so I'm very happy with how this one came along. It looks very snazzy. And just behind it, I just put the old recycle machine here. Oh yeah, we're gonna grab that. Goodness me, why would people do that? The teleporter is right here. Some flowers, a bench. And what I want to quickly do, as we're going around this, I'll get to that down there in a second. This was Aubrey's little house that I just prepped up for her when she visited at around day 33 or something. And this is the area that she made at that time. So hers is more natural and just goes with the environment, etc, etc. A little pond area, and I quite like it. It's a nice little area. It's not like protected from wildlife, so something can go up there, but her pond is connected to the river. So I really do like this. I like how it's all come together. We just get a couple of yabbies here because we need to do something here. There's a reason why I'm catching these yabbies. So yeah, that's Aubrey's place. It's come along very nicely as well. Gonna come over here. We got some pergolas, more jacaranda trees, and then we have this town building. I forget what it's called, but the band stage or something. But yeah, so people can all come over here and have a bit of a look-see. They've got a wonderful view over in this direction, so I'm liking this. And there's a river down there. The entire town is elevated, by the way, so it's 2 or 3 things higher. Coming back this way, before we get to there, we'll just go over here as well. Sorry, that's a frame drop here. Now over here we have Franklin's house. I didn't do any elevation for Franklin, but here is Franklin, and this is looking very good for him. Got a little bit of a thing. He's out here in the pine forest, so I'm liking how his one has come along. I've still got a chest there that has everything that's, you know, scientific and all that sort of stuff. I may move this chest, probably. Got this thing making the keys and whatnot. We'll get, actually, no, we'll do this one now, actually. Go down, and we have in this map, we have this, so this is where I just showed you. My house, museum, Aubrey, the tuck shop, Franklin's house. Then I have this little park area in the middle. Got a couple of pergolas here. Got some, you know, nice shade on this side. And then I decided to make a bit of a fountain situation here. At the very top, I have this waterfall running down, and it's going to go all circular. And it is actually not going to connect to itself. And by that, I mean this. If you put a waterfall directly underneath another one, it will just go down. So if I was to actually put... if it didn't have these spaces in between the water running down, it would just be this giant fountain, and I didn't want that. I actually wanted a waterfall. So we got a bit of parkland. We got another dunny here because you always need a dunny. Some more spaces for people to sit, another little bit of a water feature, more space to sit, a bit of a situation here where they can sit. So what we're going to do is just quickly jump up here. If I can get up here. There we go. Sweet. And let's just jump to the very top, and that's how this place is looking from the top. I really like how this has come along. It looks really nice. I'm quite proud of how that park actually came. And I even used these green things here to make it look more like a forest and all that sort of stuff, like it's overgrown and such. Yeah, I'm very happy with how this one came along. It looks really nice. Gonna go back the way we came. And up here we have the town center, or where Fletch works. It's like the main building in the place, and it's at the very back here, so that's where Fletch is. A little bit of a walkway, some statues. It kind of reminds me of those statues from Ghostbusters, if you remember that film. Another dunny there, of course, some more jacaranda trees, a couple of these pots and everything as well, so we know what her place looks like inside. I don't need to show you that, but a couple of trees on the opposite side and everything. So yeah, I'm reckoning this one looks very nice. I'm quite happy with this as well. Here is old Johnny Boy. Not a fan of Johnny Boy because I've given him a piss pot because I just thought it was funny. I didn't realize that the outside of his place is like this, so this is actually a trip hazard. But because I don't like the guy too much, you know what, he can live with this trip hazard. It's perfectly fine. Gonna leave this chest here so that anything I still need to sell, I can sell to him, and I will do that. And yeah, the entire road has got these chairs, or you know, these light bulbs going all the way, maybe every 7. Then I've got these brick flowers, you know, going left and right. It's kind of like a street, so to speak. Here's Erwin's barn. It's actually on the same elevation, whereas Allmate here is on a different elevation. I try to be clever with his thing, which is why I got that trip hazard here. I tried to make it like a bit of a, you know, a wall with a hedge, and then walk up here and go there. It almost worked out. I mean, I can fix this up, but I just can't be bothered. Erwin's barn, nothing overly special. I just made sure to put some of these gum trees, because I thought, you know, gum trees are more Erwin's thing. And over here, so this is the road that's still going to go in that direction. This main road does pretty much go like this, and it does circle the big park. But before we go on the opposite side, we're just going to go over this bridge. I wanted to incorporate a bridge somewhere, so over on this side we have another dunny, of course, and it looks more natural here because this is the farming area, of course. You've got some more jacaranda trees, so Rain can sit over here and actually, you know, really enjoy herself. Can I just put this like this? There we go. So this is where Rain can sit and, you know, enjoy her view, which is really nice. And she's got a little bit of a farming situation. Hey, that's Owen. Oi, mate, how you going? Here we go. We got these guys here. We've got a water tank, so I've got a chest over here that's going to slowly just get every single seed that I need. We got Rain in here. I'm pretty much having 100 of each seed because, you know, if I ever need to grow anything, I can. So there's 100 of each seed. Is there wheat in here right now? There's no wheat. I need to replenish the wheat because I made the wheat all over here. But at least wheat is anytime, anywhere, so I can do it whenever. So anyways, that's this area. I'm very proud of how this one came along. I mean, standing on top of her greenhouse, yeah, like you can see that it's, you know, Australian terrain all around, which is fine, but you know, people are going to be on top, so that's good. And now this other road, it just goes all the way down this direction. I'll just show you how it goes. And then I've got another a bus station on this side because, you know, why not? I actually need to cover this up, but you know what? I think it's done. It's fine. Got another little bit of a stand over here. And this is probably the funniest thing. I've got a bloody marlin in a pond. I don't know how that works, but you know what? It's perfectly fine. Give this marlin some yabbies, which is why I caught them just before. And put these all in there. And I just felt like doing this for some reason. Something needed to be here, and I thought, hey, let's see how this looks. And yeah, it didn't look too bad. You can look over to the pond area. There's a chair and all that sort of stuff here. All good, all good, all good. This marlin looks really out of place. Alright, here we have thread space. So this is where, what's her name? I forget her name. What's your name again, love? It's Clover. Completely forgot her name. I haven't spoken to her in ages, but it's Clover's place. And this is the salon. So if I actually jump on top, this is how the two places are looking. You know, pond, salon, and this place. Still barren wasteland. I've got all those things over there growing the plants and everything. But yeah, this is looking alright. Now, over here we have the visiting site. You can see the palm things underneath it, but you know, that's fine. I actually need to put grass there, don't I? Imagine you didn't see that dirt there. Just forget about it. It never happened. I made another waterfall with a couple of jacaranda trees here and a whole bunch of pine trees. This one is just straightforward. It starts as a, you know, a plain thing and just goes down every single tooth. and it has things surrounding it, so I'm very happy with how this one came along. I'm very proud of it. It looks really nice. And here we have a pergola with a bench, so someone can sit here and not be in the shade, because you can't place these. Hey, I'll show you. I would like to show the people. There we go. So, see? I can't place this underneath. It irks me. So, I guess I could tell the developer, if you can make things go underneath this pergola, that would be nice. Nah, pergola can't go over it either, so yeah, you can't do that. Some brick stuff here, another seat here. Of course, I use many trees, you know, shade and just cooling down the place, because, you know, Australia is hot. More trees, the more shade. It's beautiful. A couple of random little statues here, another bus station there, just a random thing here, nothing overly special, just where people can congregate and chat about whatever they want to chat about. Over here we have Melvin's little shop here, which looks very nice. So, you know, in there, a little bit of flowers surrounding it. And on the opposite side, we have a bus station, because people need to catch the bus to the bank. And then the ATM machine, or the ADM, okay? And then the bank is right here as well. So here's Milburn, and let's see what this looks like from the top of Milburn's place. This is what the town kind of looks like from the top of Milburn's. So I'm going to give a quick flyby over this place. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Oh no, did I just lose my... Oh no. Did I just lose my helicopter? Or pickup? No. Where on earth is my helicopter? It's in the bloody building. Well, that was day 205. I'm probably going to reset this day, because I'm not having that. I can't pick this up? No. Okay, well, we're not having that. I'm not losing my helicopter. I still need to do a flyby and everything for you. I can't fly with this thing, but that is just silly. I'm going to restart this day, of course. But yeah, that's 205. That's funny. Alright, let's have I would have loved to fly with the helicopter, but now we're restricted to doing this. So this is how the place looks from the top. I am very happy with how this came along. I'm very happy. There's a lot of colors. I used some different trees here and there. The purple really does bring it out as well. You know, the park in the middle of the place. The elevations, I'm very glad I used some elevations in this area, so it's not just all the same level. So it gives it more dynamic, it gives it variety, and it just looks nice in that regard. And then, you know, my house as well. I liked using these pergolas and everything, but then I stopped using them for the most part with every single house, just because you can't put anything underneath them, and that just irked me. So yeah, I mean, I'll give a bit of a fly over my new industrial area, which I just showed before, but there's all the stuff down there. Yeah, and here's my other place, which I'm yet to, you know, completely fix and all that sort of stuff, and I will fix that soon. I did fix it, and I also played another 5 days until 210, and Frankie Boy has sent me this auto sorter in the mail. I place it down in my new workshop area. I have to test this out. Nice. Okay, we're gonna practice that in a second, and there is something I can actually do to test that out. I should also say this, I have kind of sorted out the storage here for the most part. I think I can probably get a couple more things here and there. I would still like to have another blast furnace, but at the moment this place has been sorted for the most part. Let's see here. So I've got like any kind of animal and, you know, greenery stuff, you know, planting things, all seeds and all plants or trees that I can plant and everything, and anything that's animal related in this one. I know I got bones over in that one as well, but oh well, it is what it is. Over here I've got like the raw mining materials, and then I've got the refined mining materials, and vice versa. Here it's going to be all raw chests and wooden stuff, and then, you know, any of the refined lumber pieces and all that sort of stuff. Here we can see I've got a whole bunch of extra chests. Now I want to see this in action. I harvest my quarry one more time. Alright, so I've got a whole bunch of, you know, materials on me right now, and in this area all that stuff should be here. So let's go ahead and chuck all these things in here and see what happens. Nice, look at that. Yeah, that definitely does make it easier, doesn't it? Yeah, that's amazing. I like that. I can't complain. That's pretty swell. Over on this side, I've just, placed... I just actually went ahead and placed all my, stuff anywhere, realistically, because... Yeah, I mean, there's a spare one there. There's a kind of a spare one here. I could sort this out, but, this thing, it can see it all because it can reach everything. So, there you go. That was my son on the monitor. He's gone into his active sleep again. Happens like every 50 minutes. I do need to clean up my house, actually, and then finding the last critters. So, cleaning up my house is actually the last task, is it? God damn it. Okay, fair enough. Well, that's gonna be fun. So now I'll show you why I'm fussing a little bit about the house. Look at this bloody mess in here. Look at this. And not only that, every single one of these is just loaded with junk. It's like, oh my god. I would realistically have to go through all of this. I'm probably just going to sell every single item of clothing. And what I want to do is probably maybe dress myself up with something that I like. But yeah, it's going to take some time. So, cleaning up my house, yeah? To start that, I go and see Melvin, and I go ahead and buy a bunch of furniture I think I'll need to make this work. The theme I think I went for mainly was the Nordic items. I'm so glad I figured out that you can order as much as you can. I was under the impression I was only able to order one item per day, like Franklin's, and not the case. Thank you. So you saw the house before. Let's skip to day 217. Alright, so I said to myself, one thing I would like to do is clean up the house a little bit. And so I'm going to show you how I did it. It's day 217 here. I've already finished it and I'm kind of just sleeping until summer for the most part. But this is what I've made the house look like at the moment. It's a little bit hard to design these houses because they're just giant floors, so to speak. There's no rooms. These are the only things you can actually use to make like a room divider, and I've kind of got this sort of thing. I always have the bed like in the center of the house because that makes sense to me. I could probably chuck it onto one side, but there you go. But then it was kind of open towards the door, so I don't want anyone just walking in seeing me sleeping. So I said, okay, well, what if I actually put like these cabinets here? So I've got these cabinets that's got some storage. These are all my main tools over here. I've got the storage here, so it kind of gives I guess the illusion of privacy. I've got a couple of plants around here, some lights, more plants of course. The tiniest kitchen you'll ever see in your entire life, which is actually kind of funny. And then there's a dining table. I can't put like a light into the center of it, but there you go. And there you go. I'm quite happy with how this one came along. I mean, I can just walk through here. It's not a big problem. But there you go. At least this is kind of a bit of a walkway and all that sort of stuff. So it's not the worst thing. Can this actually tell the time? It does tell the time. Nice. I was not aware. That's beautiful. Yeah, so plenty of storage and everything. I could fill this all up, but yeah, no. Whatever I've got on my back is what I've been wearing for like the last X amount of days, and it's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's it. There you go. So after this house tour, something happens on day 225. Just started recording. It's Musketeerville Day. I just started recording because I heard music going. It's the last day of spring, actually, so let's go and check this out. It's the 28th of spring, which is a Saturday, of course. It's the Musketeer Dayville, so that means it's 3 years, isn't it? Nice. Nice, thank you, mate. I will use that. And Clover has sent me a watermelon. Beautiful. Can I actually chuck this in somewhere? Oh, yes, can I? Yes, I can. Oh, that is nice. That actually really completes it, like a little bookshelf. Beautiful. I like that. Thanks, Melbourne. And that's the bank dude, not Melvin. I was going to say, thanks, mate. Yeah, so, when you sleep, there you go. Call it a day. No, I'm just resting my eyes. I like that. That has actually kind of completed this. Beautiful. Alright, let's go check out Musketeerville Day. I mean, I just slept the last couple of days because it's, quite close to it being done. Hey, look at this. I should probably not be walking around with this. Hey, buddy. Muscaterville Day. You bloody beauty. Fletcher's cooking up a snag sizzle. She told me she had a special snack for everyone. Ah, g'day everyone. G'day, g'day, g'day. Wow, actually, this is almost a really good way to send off the video. Because tomorrow, obviously... Hello, hello, hello. Nice. Oh, this is awesome, actually. I'm very happy with how this is going. I just gotta go get that last critter tomorrow. But that's it. That is it. Look at this. Hep buddy. G'day, Artemis. Or I guess I should say Happy Muscaterville Day. Fletcher's cooking up some snacks. I hope she doesn't snag mine for herself. Yeah, you've been snagging victories from me, mate. I will always hold that against you. Hello, Clover. Hey, Artemis. Happy Muscat that day. Fletcher's putting up a snack sizzle. She's been for weeks now. I've been excited about this for 2 years, I think. Because I started this playthrough in late 2023, had to stop because the computer blew up, picked it back up in early 2004, completed it by mid 2024, and then asked if you people wanted a 200 days, and now I'll be releasing this one in, early 2025. Yeah, wow. What a hell of an adventure. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Hello, Sally. Happy Muscaterville Day, Artemis. It's going to be a great day full of tunes, sun, and some bloody beautiful snacks. It's going to be grouse? I'm completely honest, I don't know what that means. That's not gross. Grouse? I might have to look that up. Hello. Can I please have a sausage? So I'm checking a snack. Yep, can I have a snack? Alright, cool. Lunchtime it is. Alright, I can dance to the tunes. Huh? Ah, Melbourne. Ah, beautiful. What a wonderful send-off. Oh, hi there, Possum. I'm really looking forward to Muscaterville Day snack. I reckon Fletch knows what she's doing. But between you and she's gone. She's just getting shoved out of the way. Everybody wants to go downstairs. Hey Aubrey, looks like everybody really liked your section here. Look at that. You're all having a good old chat down here. Yep, wonderful. I'm gonna go for a quick dip. Why not? I think everyone's allowed to go for a quick dip. Well, I guess I'll just have to hang around until, you know, this is all good. But yeah, I like how this actually came around. Plenty of shade for the people. They're all walking. They're all having a good time. Especially John, because he's always having a good time. Yeah, I reckon this came around really good. Everyone's got a toilet very close by if they need to relieve themselves. You got the, you know, the anti-socials right there going to the museum apparently. The one that's cooking for everybody. Wonderful. I'll have a snag when it's time. Ah, wonderful. I guess I'll just hang around. Now, what I'll do is I'll quickly go for a ride. Alright, because I wasn't able to do this last time because Milburn stole my bloody thing. But yeah, this is what the town looks like from an aerial view. I mean, yeah, you got all the red barren land around it, but that's fine. That's Rain's whole section, the whole greenhouse section. This area here. I think it came along very nicely, I reckon. Now that is how you make a town. That is most definitely how you make a town. I'm very proud of how this has come along. Look at all this. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright. I was here first, obviously. Can I please have my snag? I shall wait till exactly noon. Thank you. Get out of me. It's my I'm chucking this thing. Yep. Can I have a snack, please? Nope, looks like I have to wait. Oh, wait, what? Everyone's got a snag now. Did I talk to you too soon, did I? Can I talk to you from here? Let's go with a meat snack, please. Lovely. Ooh, a rare delicacy. Let's see the bonuses. Oh, your XP goes up 60 minutes of food or something, I don't know, but let's go ahead. Beautiful, look at that. So I got 10 energy per second, 60 minutes of XP gains, and 60 minutes of something. Snag. How? Oh, it lasts for 60 minutes. Oh, that's huge. Increases experience. Yeah, that's massive. That is huge. Nice. There you go. Now, of course, there is one final thing to do, and that is, of course, to go get that last critter. That was the final thing I wanted to do, but I'm actually really happy this fell right on the end. Hey guys, how are we? Hope everyone enjoys the town. They were once upon a time here, and I shuffled everything to over here. So I got the food hub, of course, with all food things. It's bigger because there's a lot more food things. The entire animal area, I haven't cleaned that place up for a little while, but there you go. They're literally walking around in their own filth. And here we have this entire place, and it's good. It's very good. Haven't used the airport for a couple days now, but that's fine. The old quarry, the entire orchard, or orchard, however you say it, I'm actually not too sure. And then my entire farming place all the way over here. I haven't actually done any farming for quite a while, but that's because there was not really a point anymore. So let's go to bed one last time, and let's catch that last critter. Day 226, I think this is the purple mottled crab. Yep, there you go. The purple mottled crab. The final critter I needed in Dinkum. So fish, let's have a look. I've got everything out of everything, 42, 50, 25. Let's see if All Mate sends me something in the next morning, because if I've completed the museum, because technically right now I have completed the museum, let's see if he sends me something. So we'll quickly sleep. Alright, let's see if there's anything in the mailbox today from All Mate about, you know, the donations and stuff. No. Looks like you don't get anything for completing the museum. A little bit disappointed, but oh well. I was hoping he'd, you know, say, hey, thank you very much for completing the museum, but nope, just all donations are done. There you go. Okay, I guess that's that. So, getting the last critter was the thing, and I have ticked off the last thing I wanted to do for Dinkum. There you go. I've really enjoyed this game. You know, if you enjoyed this as well, let me know. Let me know in the comments what you think about the town, and if you think it looks nice. I think it does. And yeah. I think it's done. Yep, I think this concludes my Dinkum playthrough. John's all the way over there, just staring at him. I've got my eyes on you, mate. Actually, isn't that where the piss pot is? Is he relieving himself right now and I'm not giving him any privacy? Is that what's going on right now? Oh, goodness me. Let's give the chump some privacy. Alright. Alright, well, Musketeers, I hope you enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed Dinkum. I know if you watched it, you've noticed that day 24 to 28 with the mines, I was not enjoying myself. But other than that, I have absolutely loved this game. Absolutely loved it. I mean, the thing that I'm most proud of is the town. I'm very glad I decided to rip it all up and relocate it over in this area. And I think it turned out really nicely. Yeah, I'm very proud of how this all came together. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really did. 200 days of Dinkum, which is actually 226 days of Dinkum, but it is all done and dusted over the span of almost 2 years, I reckon. Wonderful. Beautiful. Alright, well there you go. Until next time. Hey Musketeer, I see that you're still here. That is awesome. Do you want something else to sit back and relax to? How about that 100% Planet Crafter video? Or that 100% V-Rising movie? What about that co-op survival horror, which is my 100 Days of Lethal Company video? Until next time, one for all and all for one. Cheers Musketeers.